happy. They're still singing and rejoicing and, you know, enjoying life. So it gives us a lesson to say that in all things we ought to give thanks. And whether we're well, whether we're ill, whether we're up, whether we're sad, we're down, we still have a lot to be thankful for.
We visit both of these homes, and it's a joy and it's a privilege to give back to, I call the seniors the darling of the nation.
So this is our first initiative under my leadership in community affairs, and this is absolutely a privilege that so many staff members have joined us. And like I said earlier, we just wanted to spread some Jesus joy to the seasoned senior saints of our community.
Merry Christmas!
This has been a production of the Ministry of Social Services, Information and Broadcasting, the heartbeat of the nation, where we move our clients from dependency to self-sufficiency to economic empowerment.
At the Lyndon Bindling International Airport, I'm Corvell Pyfrom. This is ZNS.
It's What's Trending with Jiminita Swain and the Bahama Beauty at the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas from Studio A. It all starts right now.
Welcome to What's Trending. I'm Jiminita Swain. Well, as we close out this week, we're bringing you a mix of stories, culture, and conversations that reflect life across the Bahamas. Thanks for being with us. Let's get into tonight's show. They made us laugh, they taught us lessons, and some still leave us scratching our heads. We're celebrating 53 years of Bahamian slang and old sayings with three women who know our culture best. Plus, we're bringing a little piece of Cat Island to the studio, from the sounds of rake and scrape to the delicious island cuisine and plenty of Bahamian pride. We'll tell you why this weekend's Cat Island Day Festival is a celebration you won't want to miss. And wrapping things up, more visitors, more activity, and more momentum for this tourism sector. We take a closer look at what's driving travel to the Bahamas in this week's Economics. We're taking a short break, but What's Trending will be right back.
And my heart beats so that I can hardly speak. Out together, dancing cheek to cheek.
I'm Jordan, by the way. Tom.
Marco's Pizza. Marco's Pizza. Something never tasted so good.
Marco's Summer Party is bringing the fun. Choose 2 large one-topping pizzas with a 2-liter soda for just $34.95. Or grab a big square deal, 1 medium, 1-topping pizzas with boneless wings for just $39.95. Enter to win weekly Baja Bay water passes and your very own Marco's Summer Party pack all summer long. Marco's Pizza. Summer never tasted so good.
Here, hurricane season returns.
The water started coming, the generator, everything started just moving. The noise was ferocious, where things was just collapsing as the water took it in a matter of seconds. And then I heard this banging through the ceiling. That was my neighbor. She said, hey, you wake, water coming in.
One storm can change everything.
Now, we in trouble. Abaco is over. You can't do, the power plant is gone. There's no food stores, there's no water, nothing.
The question isn't if another storm will come. The question is, will you be prepared when it does?
Plan for the worst and pray for the best.
Before the storm.
when the craving hits, there's only one thing everybody agrees on. Hot, crispy, Wendy's chicken tenders. Made to satisfy every bite. Whether it's served as a slider or wrap, it's always perfectly seasoned, perfectly crunchy, and always cooked fresh. From lunch with friends to family moments worth sharing. For chicken tenders you're gonna know by name, gotta be Wendy's.
As the Bahamas celebrates 53 years of independence, we're taking time to celebrate the people, the places, the culture, and the stories that make our nation so special. Throughout our Independence series, we'll shine a spotlight on the traditions that have shaped our identity, the achievements that inspired us, and the Bahamians who continue to make their mark at home and around the world. Join us as we celebrate our heritage, our people, and our nation, one story at a time.
Like God, no place like God, place like God, there ain't no place like God. I stand, tell me pop my clothes, them by.
From time longer than rope to that's a sweet jam and all the new slangs taking over social media, the way Bahamians speak has certainly evolved over the past 53 years. But while some expressions have faded, others stood the test of time, reminding us our history, our humor, and the unique way we connect with one another. Today, we're taking a fun trip down memory lane with three ladies who know Bahamian culture, as well as we explore how our language has changed from independence in 1973 to today, and what our sayings reveal about who we are as a people. Welcome Claudette Cookie Allens, Hope Curry, and Bodine to this show. Hello, ladies.
Hello. How are you doing?
I am excellent. Thank you very much. It's great to have all of you here with us.
Good to be here.
Cookie, you are a passionate advocate for Bahamian culture with a deep appreciation for traditions, sayings, so you're the perfect person to start us off. So let's start with the classics. What's one Bahamian saying you grew up hearing that young people today probably wouldn't understand?
Time longer than rope, like what you say just now. But can't get from me with your picky heads.
That is a good one. That is a good one. So when you hear some of today's slang, so what do you think would confuse them the most?
Well, you can't tell them picky head no more.
You're right, eh? Everybody here long and flowing.
They get more hair than horse tail.
So now, Hope, you are also a Bahamian enthusiast who enjoys preserving and sharing wisdom, humor, and heritage found in our local sayings and dialects. So every generation has words that instantly identify them. What words or phrases would you say immediately identify someone, say, who grew up in the 70s, 80s, 90s, today, so on?
Child, well, mother sick.
That is true.
And then you have kicking cow, bring kicking calf.
Well, some Bahamian sayings are hilarious, but full of wisdom. So which old saying do you think deserves to make a comeback, and why?
No, a couple of them, bro. Yeah, come here, let me fix you.
Come here, let me fix you?
Uh-huh.
You need to bring that, we need to bring that down.
Come here, girl, let me fix you.
I like that.
Because you see some of them turn on the road now, you won't fix them.
Oh, Lord, that makes sense.
Oh.
So, Bodine, you are an award-winning singer, songwriter, television host, educator, cultural ambassador. So, let's settle a friendly debate here.
Let's go.
Do you think social media is keeping Bahamian dialect alive, or is it changing it too much?
To be honest, it's actually both. It's keeping it alive because you see a number of generations of Bahamians on social media, from the old to the young, and the people in between, right? And they're all making content from their experience, because culture continues to move, it continues to change, and the way we say things continue to change. So if the gal had picky, you could say the boy had gap up.
Fair enough, that'll hold you. So what are some of your favorite Bahamian expressions that simply don't translate well into standard English?
I can't say them. I just joking. I into that. I into that.
I for that.
I see exactly. I into that. I for that. We ain't on your run, babe.
I'll go mind your business.
Please.
Yeah.
There's so many
Don't
of
let
them.
that rag in your mouth get you in trouble. Yeah.
Yes.
That is very true. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to throw out a few sayings and you tell me what they mean to you. So Cookie, we can start with you. Mother sick.
Now, you know, I stuck with that because we keep trying to figure out what that, what happened? What's going on? Well, mother's sick.
You're right,
or
it's
you
so
say
connective.
something and it's so outrageous. Well, mother's sick. Or you do something, but it ain't the right thing to do. Mother's sick.
So what about go long? When people say go long.
Go long. Say it right now.
Go long.
Go long.
All right.
Go where you going.
Go where you going.
Go long. Go where you going.
And easy.
Things times tough, child. Things ain't easy. Ain't easy.
At all.
Not at all. Ain't easy.
Okay, so hope we can bring you in. Sip, sip. What that mean to you?
Time, child. You got hot news, child. Sip, sip.
Tea on.
I don't talk people
So what
business.
the vibe is?
What?
Well, that's the young people now. But
well, that's why I understand that.
I understand that is the vibe. But the problem is, man, what they vibing about?
You straight? You straight?
But child, that can mean so much different things now.
Sure.
And last but not least, bodacious.
Invite me to the party.
Don't let your mouth right no check. Your body can't cash.
I can tell you now.
You say that
you better
right.
be able to back it up. You say what you want, but you better back it up.
Yep.
Show pull.
Oh, baby, I got all of that. Entertainment, all of the attention. It's about me. It's a very wavy situation.
And I think you understand this one. 1 minute for you.
Oh, don't worry. Keep going. Don't stop. 1 minute.
All right.
You all going right over my head.
Oh, sorry. 1 minute is a threat. I'm threatening you. Keep going.
Yeah, usually when I say 1 minute for you, like me and you, we both to get it on, but you look like you can't wait, so I can... 1 minute for you, eh? I coming back to
That's
you.
a threat.
You wait right there.
It's very much a
right
threat.
Yes.
It's very much a threat.
Oh, my God.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, so when you hear that, get ready for whatever
I can tell you.
I can stand my age group.
Hold that.
I got
Hold
you.
that.
Well, one thing is clear, our language evolved, but the heart of being Bahamian hasn't changed. So Cookie,
Yes.
Hope, Bonine, thank you all for joining us and helping us to celebrate 53 years of Bahamian slang and old sayings.
I go on now.
You're going.
I go on.
All right.
This one is mine. Let me go bed.
So when we return, we're serving up the flavors of Cat Island. Find out where you can experience authentic Cat Island cuisine without leaving the capital.
Oh, isn't that nice? Wait, you missed it? You haven't been on the website. Here's how TDC can help you. Whether you're turning your home into a vacation rental, pitching a business idea, or growing what you've already started, the TDC is here to help. Visit tdcbahamas.com for every conversation, event, grant, and opportunity happening near you. Tourism is all of our business, and the TDC is here to support yours.
So how's your preparation going? By now, you should be completing home repairs since the last storm, updating and replenishing your emergency kit, and paying closer attention to the ZNS networks for earlier than normal developments in the tropics and general storm tracking. Hurricanes don't wait. Why should you? This season, be weather smart, weather safe. Here are a few things that you can add to your hurricane kit to give it a much-needed upgrade. Portable power banks, solar chargers, solar-powered radios, and similar items. While you're at it, make sure you're stocked up on the regulars, battery-operated radio and flashlight, additional batteries, a comprehensive first aid kit, along with 2 weeks of medication. Be sure to add life vests for family members and a toolkit. There should be 1 gallon of water per day for each member of your family and non-perishable food. Be sure to secure important documents like banking and insurance information and government-issued identification. And pay close attention to the ZNS network for all your weather updates. If this seems like a lot, think of it as survival through preparation. This season, be weather smart, weather safe.
As our road to 53 continues, we're celebrating the island's traditions and people that make the Bahamas so special. This weekend, Cat Island brings its vibrant culture to New Providence as the Cat Island Day Festival takes over Montague foreshore with 2 days of music, food, entertainment, and community spirit. Whether you visited Cat Island before or it's still on your travel bucket list, this festival promises to give everyone a true taste of the island's rich heritage. Joining us now are Aliyah Wright and Terry Brown to tell us all about what the festival goers can look forward to this weekend. Welcome to What's Trending, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's so great to have you here with us. So, Aliyah, we're going to start with you. For anyone who has never had the chance to visit Cat Island, paint us a picture of what makes it so special.
The best kept secret in the Bahamas. Out of the 700 islands and keys of the Bahamas, Cat Island is truly a unique gem. If you've never visited before, I dare you, you must visit Cat Island and experience for yourself. The beautiful, beautiful waters, rich in history, and boastfully the highest point in the Bahamas, right? Mount Alvernia. Dare to take the hike up and just enjoy the peace and serenity unmatched anywhere else in the world.
That is true. You sound like a good saleswoman. I mean, you was ready for that. So let me ask you, Lakeisha, how did the idea for bringing the Cat Island Day Festival come about, and what does it mean for Cat Islanders living here?
Well, the festival has been going on for a pretty long time. Like this year, we'll be celebrating 70 years.
That's a long time, 7 decades.
And bringing the festival together is everybody coming together and uniting as one. You get to see your cousin, your auntie, your sister, your family, friends.
Sounds like a lot of fun, a family fun environment. So, Terry, when people think of Cat Island, when they hear it, many people think about rake and scrape. So, how big of a role does that play during this festival?
In terms of different individuals and cultures, individuals with their music skills, they're raking at a store. So if you visit Cat Island, you have seen that some of the Cat Island men, they know how to put on a good dance with a rake and saw.
Definitely.
You know, so the rake and scrape culture stems different in the music industry, because the joy of it is not the piano or drum set, but it's the goatskin drum, the saw, and how good you could put down that Cat Island dance or that rake and scrape dance.
Bring it all together. I like that. That sounds good. So let's talk about one of my favorite things, and that's food, of course, right? So what are some of the authentic Cat Island dishes that is going to be out there for us to try?
Well, disputably, Cat Islanders are the best cooks in the Bahamas. But that's not a debate. We're going to prove it once again this weekend.
Boy,
not up for debate.
Strong talk.
And then when you think of Cat Island, the number one things that comes to mind, flour cake. the best in the Bahamas, of course.
Okay.
This weekend, we'll have lots of flour cake available to everyone who maybe has never tried it before. Come out and enjoy. Among the other delicacies, the coconut tart, pineapple tart, guava duff, Bahamian sweet treats, benny cake, peanut cake. And then when we go into the food aspect, crab soup, crab and rice, crab and dough, stuffed crab, all available this weekend.
Wow, that sounds like a lot. Sounds like you need to be there. So, Lakeisha, let me ask you, besides the music and the food, what other experiences can people expect? Will there be crafts, storytelling, cultural demonstrations, or activities for the families?
Yes, a little bit of everything that you just mentioned, you know. And when you go to each of the stalls have their unique story to tell. You know, we have a lot, like Aaliyah mentioned, we have a lot of Cat Islanders there, and each one have their unique thing to display.
So if someone is looking for something fun to do this weekend, Terry, I can ask you, what would make this festival stand out from the rest?
I'll start with this point, the fact that it's Cat Islanders putting it on.
Okay.
So it's just we have the Royal Bahamas Police Force playing for us for the 2 Saturday and Sunday, the different cycling artists coming, and they're bringing their touch to it to assist with making this event one unforgettable and one to look forward to.
And that sounds like a lot. So everything is all encompassing. Anything you want to add, Lakeisha?
We'll also have our native Lassido boys.
I was wondering when someone was going to mention them.
Yes,
you know,
Lassie.
they are the rake and scrape group of the island, huh?
Yes,
One of many.
country.
One of many, right?
And we also have one of our members, Ingrid Rumor, who's going to bringing out her little band called the Flower Cake Boys.
Okay.
Yes, so they'll be appearing on Saturday evening as well.
All right. So I'm going to ask all of you this question, but we can start with you, Aaliyah. Before we let you go, give us the best. I mean, you already started off, so you have to continue that, right? Give us the best reason or your invitation on why should everyone be at Montague this weekend. Remember, I asking everybody, but we started with Miss Aaliyah. She sound like she started off strong with us.
Yes.
Leading into the Independence festivities, you know, we are in the month of Independence. All things Bahamian. So a part of, you know, what's going to be happening is a display of not just Cat Island, but true Bahamian culture. Fun family entertainment for everyone, Bahamian food, we have craft items, everything for someone to enjoy. So this is actually the place you want to be.
So it's, from what you're saying, it sounds like you're taking me to Cat Island, even though I'm in the capital.
Even though you're right here in Nassau, that authentic Cat Island culture.
All right, so what about you, Lakeisha?
My co-host said everything. I mean, that's what you're going to expect. A full-fledged 2-day event of pure Cat Island.
Terry, you want to chime in?
One thing I love about this event is that a lot of persons that are unable to come to Cat Island for the regatta, they are able to come out. And you said something very important. The family, it's more like you say people used to have family gatherings. And you live on that side, I live on this side, and right here in the middle for 2 days, we get to enjoy ourselves. You know, so it's just bringing persons together and having a wonderful time.
How difficult was it to pull all of this together? Because it sounds like a lot you're packing into 2 days.
Well, we started off, the festival used to actually be 1 day. And it was so much, and everybody enjoyed it, and we decided to do 2.
Okay.
And the 2 days, even though it still don't feel as though it's enough.
No.
You know?
And you said earlier that you've been doing this for 70 years. So give us an idea of what are some of the changes that you had initially to what you have now that contributes to the growth and development of the festival?
Well, over the years, as she mentioned, we've evolved in some areas and aspects as to what we provide at the festival in terms of more entertainment, more family-centric activities. We have a lot more stall offerings now. So each year, the committee, you know, we work hard to put the event on. And the idea or the gist is to build on what we have, staying true to what it is we want to portray, but building and expanding year by year.
So, Lakeisha, as for the funds raised, do they go towards a specific event?
It goes towards us putting on the regatta.
The regatta.
Okay.
Yeah, so all of our fundraisers we have throughout the year, you know, we pull the funds in, and then when we have the regatta at the end of July, beginning of August, you know, we're able to put on a grand event in New Bikey Island.
And so just remind our viewers, any one of you, where and when is the event, why they need to be there. I guess I got to put that in your court. You've been selling it straight through.
This Saturday and Sunday at the Montague Beach. We kick off at 12 noon daily, and we go until. You definitely want to be there.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Alia, Lakeisha, Terry. It definitely was a pleasure having you here with us. We wish you a fantastic festival weekend, and we hope that you have a wonderful celebration at the festival as well. So thanks again.
Thank you.
When we come back, we're bringing economics into the mix. Stay with us.
I want to show you what paradise on earth really looks like. Imagine this. It's a hot summer day. You've been tanning all day. You just want a place to cool down.
This 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom villa sleeps up to 6 people with a fully equipped kitchen and living room. And if you're looking for relaxation,
look no further. Now the food, the pool, and the drinks are nice, but summer's coming up. Summer's coming up, and you need to get that body in check. Here at the Paradise Island Beach Club, they have a fully equipped 24-hour gym, ensuring that summer body is in check.
We went down to the beach for a little bit. Very relaxing. Definitely gonna come back.
Always have a good time at the pool bar, always have a good time at the pool, and then, you know, to be able to walk down less than a minute walk to the beach is unbelievable.
Just like these drinks, life really is sweet at Paradise Island Beach Club.
Cheers to that.
I'm in heaven, and my heart beats so that I can hardly speak. Out together, dancing cheek to cheek.
I'm Jordan, by the way. Tom.
Economics, presented by Sand Dollar, the digital Bahamian dollar. Good news for the Bahamian economy. More people are continuing to choose the Bahamas as their island getaway. According to the latest Central Bank Monthly Economic and Financial Developments Report, tourism activity has been showing steady improvement, with both cruise visitors and stopover travelers helping to support the sector. And for anyone driving past the hotels, walking downtown, or working in hospitality, you can feel it. More arrivals mean more movement, more energy, and more opportunity for businesses that rely on visitors enjoying everything our islands have to offer. While global markets continue to shift, the Bahamas is still seeing steady interest from travelers looking for sun, sand, and that signature Bahamian experience. And as we continue through the independent season, that connection between culture and tourism is even more visible, because when the Bahamas is in celebration mode, the world seems to want in on it too. And that's been your Economics.
If you would like to be a part of What's Trending, DM us on Instagram at What's Trending on ZNS.
What's trending in business? Who's making major money moves, and how's it shaping your future? This is Economics, your front row seat to the biggest stories in business, innovation, and finance. Powered by the Sand Dollar, the digital currency of the Central Bank of the Bahamas. It's fast, secure, Bahamian. We're breaking down the numbers, the news, and what it means to you. Tune in every Thursday at 6 p.m. for the trends, the insights, and the stories that matter. Get informed, get inspired, get in the mix with Economics. And that's a wrap on another week of What's Trending. Thanks for watching all week long. Follow us on Instagram at What's Trending on ZNS, and we'll see you back here on Monday at 6 p.m. Have a great weekend, everyone.
Here are a few things that you can add to your hurricane kit to give it a much-needed upgrade. Portable power banks, solar chargers, solar-powered radios, and similar items. While you're at it, make sure you're stocked up on the regulars: battery-operated radio and flashlight, additional batteries, a comprehensive first aid kit, along with 2 weeks of medication. Be sure to add life vests for family members and a toolkit. There should be 1 gallon of water per day for each member of your family and non-perishable food. Be sure to secure important documents like banking and insurance information and government-issued identification. And pay close attention to the ZNS network for all your weather updates. If this seems like a lot, think of it as survival through preparation. This season, be weather smart, weather safe.
At Centerville, I'm LaDawn Davis. This is ZNS.
This is the Bahamas Tonight. The Northern Edition has a look at stories making news tonight. Victims of an alleged housing fraud speaks out. Also, CID officials urging motorists to drive responsibly following a string of deadly crashes. And an educator sounds the alarm on low teacher salaries.
The Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition starts now.
Good evening and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. I'm Ramiko Knowles. Thanks so much for joining us. Topping news tonight, the dream of home ownership has become a nightmare for several Grand Bahama families who say they were defrauded out of thousands of dollars in an alleged rent-to-own housing scheme. Tonight, the alleged victims are speaking out, describing how they were promised affordable government housing, but were instead left with empty promises and significant financial losses. Shalia Roll has tonight's top story.
Thousands of dollars lost, dream of home ownership shattered, and now 2 Grand Bahama women are desperately seeking answers. As investigations continue, alleged victims are now breaking their silence, describing how they say they were promised affordable government housing only to be left out of thousands of dollars. Days after the story broke, police officials posted 2 wanted posters in connection with this matter. On Wednesday, Adrienne Gilbert surrendered to police, but the search is still on for 54-year-old Marsha Cooper.
Once they told me about what was going on and what I needed to have done in order to be successful in this program, I immediately started working on securing the funds so that I could be able to gain this home.
Told her, I needed some insight on how to get my name, on this list for housing. So she said, she can help me with that, and she has the person she can turn me and my husband on to.
These victims say after spending their hard-earned money on what they hope was an investment in their dream home, 2 years later, they realized that they have been duped. The alleged victims say they were told to pay a $5,000 deposit to secure a home in a proposed affordable housing development, with the full amount due before planned groundbreaking in March 2025.
Secure housing in 3 different areas: 8 Mile Rock, in the ghetto and then up Heritage. And I was given the choice to choose which one of the areas I wanted a home in. So I told them Heritage.
And they were showing us the modulars for the homes, and they broke down what would be required, which was $5,000 deposit to get our names on the list.
The women say they made monthly payments, many of them without receiving receipts. They claim they were repeatedly assured that official receipts, lot numbers, and housing documents would be sent from Nassau once their payments were complete. But as their balances were paid off, they say communication from the two women became less frequent. Then came March 2025.
She told me that it was fake news, that is not true, and we're going to be refunded our funds. Don't mind what the media is saying.
Yeah, my husband was a little uncomfortable with the fact that they kept saying that the paperwork would come from Nassau and then they couldn't give us anything. And after a few months, he kept reaching out to her and asking her, well, hey, when is this paperwork going to come? The minister's been down here already and we haven't gotten anything.
Government officials since confirmed that the alleged fraud has no connection to their ministries. Just last month, the Ministry of Housing and Urban Renewal releasing a press release stating that on the island of New Providence, Abaco, and Grand Bahama, individuals are posing as agents of the ministry who are soliciting funds from members of the public for housing packages and property purchases. The Ministry of Housing making it clear that no individual on any island is authorized to collect funds on its behalf unless officially authorized to do so. The matter was reported to the Royal Bahamas Police Force for investigation. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Shalia Roll.
Thanks, Shalia. Meanwhile, several hours after police issued a wanted poster for 31-year-old Dylan Williams of number 178 Dogfish Street, apartment number 2, he surrendered. Tonight, Williams is in police custody, assisting them with the investigation in connection with possession of an unlicensed firearm. Once again, 31-year-old Dylan Williams is in police custody. Meantime, officer in charge of the Criminal Investigation Department, Superintendent Nicholas Johnson, says the rise in traffic fatalities across the Bahamas remains a major concern for police. His comments come as the country continues to grapple with a series of deadly crashes, including the recent crash on Shirley Street in Nassau that claimed the lives of 4 young women, a fatal collision in Grand Bahama, and another deadly crash in Spring City, Abaco within the past several days. Authorities have described the recent string of fatalities as a nationwide road safety concern. Johnson says police will continue their efforts to reduce road traffic fatalities. However, he stresses that motorists also have a responsibility to obey the rules of the road for safety of themselves and other road users.
We continue to do our press release, our public service announcement, and the traffic department do an excellent job of alerting persons and letting them know what they should and should not do. Seat belts is always important, obeying the street signs, obeying the speed limit. However, it comes up to the person's personal security of you, the driver, that you must be the person who take that safety. You must be the person that makes that good decision to don't put yourselves in harm's way and others in harm's way.
Superintendent Johnson says officers will maintain a strong presence on the nation's streets through traffic enforcement operations, road checks, and public safety campaigns while ensuring reckless drivers are held accountable.
A lot of times you see us out on the road checks and we're out there and we're speaking to person. It's not all about reporting you for traffic offenses. It's about educating you and letting you know how to properly use the road, even the roundabouts and all the other signs to pay attention to those things so that you don't put nobody else in harm's way.
In other news, teachers' salaries are once again at the forefront of a national discussion following a social media post born out of frustration after publicly sharing his financial struggles and appealing for better employment opportunities. Educator Anton Delcom says he was flooded with job offers from across the country. Now he's using that momentum to push for a broader conversation on teacher compensation. We have the details in this report.
As a teacher, qualified, experienced, educated, that I'm not making $40,000 a year.
What began as an emotional Facebook post has quickly evolved into a national conversation about the value of educators. Area Vice President for the Bahamas Union of Teachers, Northern District, and a teacher at SC Boodle High in Abaco, Anton Duncombe, took to social media this week openly expressing his financial struggles despite spending more than a decade in the classroom. In the post, Duncombe revealed that he was considering leaving the teaching profession and was seeking employment opportunities paying $40,000 or more annually, saying his current salary was no longer allowing him to meet his financial obligations or achieve his long-term goals.
Passionate about education, but passion is not paying for my bills right now. You know, my reality is everything is rising. The cost of living is rising. Our salary is not rising. NIB has gone up. You know, but teacher salaries are not rising, even if they give us an increase.
The post quickly gained traction, generating widespread support and being shared by teachers across the country, many of whom said they shared Duncombe's concerns about the financial realities facing educators.
Having to go to school to get a degree, get a teaching certificate as well. We should not be coming into the service with a bachelor's degree, but no less than $30,000 as a first-year teacher.
His appeal also comes as the country continues to grapple with a shortage of teachers. Earlier this week, Minister of Education, the Honorable I. Chester Cooper, responded to concerns over members of Parliament receiving salary increases, while teachers continue to await adjustments to their own pay.
I can tell you that the agreement for the BUT is in the advanced stages. It's been a negotiation, which is normal. We're close to reaching an agreement. I believe most of the financial terms are in fact agreed.
And while the social media post has reignited debate over teacher compensation, it has also created new opportunities for Duncombe himself. He says that since sharing his story, he has received numerous job offers from individuals and organizations interested in his qualifications and experience.
There's been so many calls, so many offers, as far reaching as to Dubai, to Australia. Persons would have called from Mexico. I would have gotten a call from Atlanta, Turks and Caicos, these kinds of offers, you know. So it shows us the power of social media once it's done in the right way of what opportunities are actually out there.
And still to come.
Rotary Club of Port Lucaya held its 56th annual President Installation and Award Ceremony. Stay tuned. That story, sports, and more when we come back.
Step into a life of luxury and convenience with the Commonwealth Bank Platinum Card. From earning premium cashback rewards on every dollar spent to enjoying comprehensive travel insurance, shop with confidence, knowing your purchases are protected. Our Platinum Concierge service turns your requests into reality, wherever life takes you. Let the Commonwealth Bank Platinum Card be your passport to exceptional experiences. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Come on down and see what Dolly Madison has in store for you. Renovate and rejuvenate at Dolly Madison.
Dolly Madison. Hey, I'm a big deal. I'm a 19-foot Panga boat fishing package, complete with engine, trailer, and accessories. So pull up, hook up, and drop me in the ocean and let's work. Just in time for lobster season.
CompuSec Printing is making room for summer with a massive store-wide sale. Get 30% off in stock items only now through July 31st. Save on shirts, hats, souvenirs, flags, indoor flagpoles, and more. Visit CompuSec Printing, West Atlantic Drive, Freeport. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, and Saturdays, 9 to 2.
The Welcoming Home Week of Events presented by the Ministry for Grand Bahama kicks off on Wednesday, July 1st with the Down Home Fish Fry DJ Showcase Bahamian Edition. It all takes place at Rodriguez in Smith Point. Come out and enjoy Bahamian food and music by Tico T, DJ Future, DJ Freeze, and Just Ride Benji. Showcase starts at 8 p.m.
Bring the whole family to the parish fair at the parish of the Saints Michael and Nicholas, Friday, July 10th from 12 noon to 10 p.m. at the church grounds in High Rock. Great food, games, live entertainment, prizes, and family fun. Admission just $3.
Save more drugs. We got you. From cosmetics to prosthetics, what you need for your family, the brands you're looking for, the quality you expect, the prices you need and deserve. Feel the love. Save more at Save More Drugs.
Fresh oil, fresh fire. Join the School of Prophetic Ministry Hawksville for 2 Holy Ghost-filled nights of crusade, July 13 and 14, 2026 at 7:30 Night Play. Guest speaker will be Bishop Steve Daniels of Shallow Missionary Baptist Church, Minnesota. Fresh oil, fresh fire crusade, July 13th and 14th at the School of Prophetic Ministry. See you there.
Swag Shop Clothing Shop, located Queens Highway next to Freeport Carpet, offers a variety of clothing and shoes for men, women, and children. Visit the store today for an awesome experience.
Every year, hurricane season returns. The water started coming, the generator, everything started just moving. The noise was ferocious, where things was just collapsing as the water took it in a matter of seconds. And then I heard this banging to the ceiling. That was my neighbor. She said, hey, you wake, water coming in. One storm can change everything.
Now we in trouble. Abaco is over. We can't do, the power plant is gone. There's no food stores, there's no water, nothing.
The question isn't if another storm will come. The question is, will you be prepared when it does? Plan for the worst and pray for the best. Before the storm.
Your number one team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
Welcome back. New leadership and top honors for service took center stage as the Rotary Club of Port Lucaya held its 56th annual President Installation and Paul Harris Fellowship Awards over the weekend. Our Charlie Jones was there and filed the details in this report.
The ceremony was held over the weekend, bringing together Rotarians, honorees, and community supporters to mark a new year of service under incoming President Leland Lang. He says he's honored to lead the club and is focused on expanding its community impact.
I don't take it lightly to be in this role, and so I'm excited for what's to come and what we're going to do in this year. I have 2 other signature projects that I'm going to work out, especially for the East End. As most of you know, I'm from East End, and we've been have so many challenges, and so we want to definitely tackle those. Solar lighting is one of them, and then the boating community. We want to tackle the boating community and give them more access to ramps.
Outgoing President Chassery Seeley expressing full support as she handed over the gavel.
Young Leland, we were so happy that he decided that he will take on the presidency, and I'm happy to be passing it on to him. I'm looking forward to his leadership, and my strength is usually behind the scenes, so I'll be there for him, and we will continue on and make the next year even better than my year.
The highlight of the evening was the Paul Harris Fellowship Awards, Rotary's highest honor. 8 members were recognized for their dedication to service above self, some of whom expressing humble gratitude for receiving such a distinguished honor.
Tonight I'm extremely humbled by this recognition. As you mentioned, it is the highest award that the Rotary organization bestows on any individual, and I know how serious they take this award. It shows the significant impact that all of us have done in the community. I'm also honored to be a part of such a distinguished group.
I am very honored at being given the highest award that Rotarians give out, the Paul Harris Award. What we do, my husband and I, it's not for that, but I'm honored.
Family and friends of the honorees were also on hand to celebrate the moment.
Tonight, as a parent, I am so proud to really present that award to them tonight because they are deserving of it.
I would like to congratulate my colleague, Shoshana Rolf-Farquharson, on her excellent work ethics and her passion for what she does, not only in broadcasting, but within the community as well.
The committee chairman said the selections were based on years of consistent service and leadership within the club and the wider community.
We decided to reach community members that have done exceptional things throughout the community because our motto is service above self. So we tried to highlight those who have impacted the community in various ways.
For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Charlia Jones.
Congratulations to you all. Well, the National Training Agency is celebrating the commencement of Cohort 20 with 13 persons now equipped with new skills and workplace experience as they prepare to enter the professional workforce. During the graduation ceremony, keynote speaker, Minister for Grand Bahama, the Honorable Ginger Moxie, challenged the class to help shape the island's future through innovation and leadership.
I am the cabinet chair of an initiative called Innovate 242 to ensure that Grand Bahama
becomes the Center for Sustainability, but that the Bahamas becomes the center for innovation for the entire Caribbean. And so on Grand Bahama Island, we are going to be piloting some very innovative solutions for some of the challenges that we face, and I see you being a part of that. Yes. That's right. But a vision remains a mere blueprint without builders. And guess what? You are those builders.
The ceremony also celebrating the determination of the graduates and the impact of the agency's training programs. NTA Executive Chairman Kendrick Knowles encouraging the graduates to continue growing beyond the classroom, while graduates reflecting on how the experiences prepared them for the next stage of their careers.
Greatness is determined by what you become. So 13, I encourage you to grow to the best of your ability. Become more than you are today. This is a start. You've been planted, you've been watered, now we're expecting you to grow.
During my time at the National Training Agency, I gained valuable workplace experience and developed important professional skills.
Looking back, I can honestly say if I had the chance, I'd do the program over again. Yes, I would. It has made a positive impact on my life, and I'm very grateful for everything I've learned.
Well, this Friday, the 8 Mile Rock High Reunion Group of 79 to 81 invites everyone to the Blast from the Past 80s Dance Party, a fundraiser hosted to honor educators past and present.
Already done a gala. We did a gala, we did a gospel concert, we did a walkathon, and so we decided as a group that we want to give back to our school as well as the community. And because of the impact the teachers made on our lives, the positivity they showed, the love, the concern, and making us the people that we are today, we thought it fitting to give back and to honor them.
According to President LMA Turnquest, all classes are welcome to join the organization as more people will help fulfill their true goal, which is serving their community.
The event is growing. We do have almost 100 members strong that are very active, but it's growing. And of course, it's open to other classes, those, I guess, younger than ourselves and those who are older.
Come and join us for this special occasion. It's so nice to give back, but it's so nice to be together as a group.
We want the community to come out and support because it's a community initiative and it's going to support the 8 Mile Rock High School as well as the 8 Mile Rock community. Come out, Grand Bahama. We look forward to having fun with you.
Janet Turnquest, you are our Facebook friend of the day. Trust that you are enjoying your day, and thank you so much for your support. And that does it for this segment of the news. Be sure to stay tuned. Shane Stubbs is up next with your check on sports. Don't go away.
Journey to a serene oasis. Relax. Rejuvenate. Renew. Welcome to Renew Day Spa. For appointments, call 352-RENU.
Cabinets play a major role in both the function and appearance of your home. To keep them looking their best, wipe spills as soon as they happen and clean surfaces regularly using a soft cloth and mild soap. Avoid hanging excessive weight on cabinet doors and periodically check hinges and hardware to make sure everything stays secure. With proper care, quality cabinetry can continue looking beautiful and performing well for many years to come. Quality products deserve quality care. Cornet Bahamas.
See news in the making? Call us at 352-9713 or 359-5167, or you can email us at ZNS3news@gmail.com.
Save more drugs, from cosmetics to prosthetics. What you need for your family, the brands you're looking for, the quality you expect, vitamins you need, and prescriptions you came for. Feel the love. Save more at Save More Drugs.
Your home should be a place of comfort, pride, and possibility. At the Grand Bahama Cooperative Credit Union, we're here to help you make that vision a reality. Whether you're upgrading your kitchen, adding a new room, or finally building the home you've always wanted, our home improvement and mortgage programs are designed with you in mind. Qualified members can access mortgages with competitive financing, flexible options, and affordable deposit requirements. Improving or purchasing your home may be closer than you think. Visit us at the Four-Way Co-op Plaza or call us at 352-4139 to learn how you can get started today.
Every year, hurricane season returns.
The water started coming, the generator, everything started just moving. The noise was ferocious where things was just collapsing as the water took it in a matter of seconds. And then I heard this banging through the ceiling. That was my neighbor. She said, hey, you wake, water coming in.
One storm can change everything.
Now we in trouble. Abaco is over. You can't do, the power plant is gone. There's no food stores, there's no water. Nothing.
The question isn't if another storm will come. The question is, will you be prepared when it does?
Plan for the worst and pray for the best.
Before the storm.
Welcome to the ZNS Total Sports Cave, everyone. I'm Shane Stubbs. Mako Aquatics won its 8th straight Bahamas Aquatics national title, and GB Mako played a huge role, one that coach Eva Drake is incredibly proud of.
We call in this year a quality year. The times were very good. We managed to dominate some of the events in the whole nation, and by new swimmers, by new champions, and that tells you that whatever it is that we've been working on in the last 2 to 3 years, it pop up right now with these young swimmers.
Those performances were highlighted by Tristan Hepburn winning the High Point Trophy for the 15-17 boys, which included him winning multiple gold medals in races like the 50-meter, 100-meter, and 200-meter breaststroke, and the 50-meter butterfly. On the 15-17 girls end, Zoe Williamson was the High Point runner-up, highlighted by performances in the 50-meter, 100-meter, and 200-meter freestyle, as well as the 50-meter fly. Her 100-meter freestyle performance earned her the Best Swim Award, adding some FINA points to her credit. Now, those performances earned them selections to the upcoming CAC Games.
We're leaving July 27 to compete in Santo Domingo. And I can't wait. It's a new experience. I can't wait to see what they have for me waiting.
I really look forward to it. I'm swimming like my best races, and I hope I can PR at that meet.
Lastly, in hoops, the Island Life Invitational Basketball Tournament semifinals was hotly contested early Thursday at the St. George's Gymnasium. In 18U Division action, the South Florida Bucks proved too much for the Agape Eagles. They were powered by Eli Flex's 30-point outburst as the Bucks got the W 63-39. They'll be taking on the Bahamas national team for the 18U Division Championship. They quieted the Sunland Stingers by a final score of 65-43. Now on the 15U side, the Stingers dominated the City of Freeport Council 41-11. Runico Edgecombe and Durante Newbold dropped 8 points apiece. They will take on BNB Galaxy, who knocked off the Sunrise Prep Ravens 27-20. Nigel Curtis paced BNB with 8 points. The Island Life Championships will tip off on Friday at 5 p.m. And that's my time, everyone, but your local forecast is next. I'm Shane Stubbs. Even if you're stressing, keep pressing.
Tonight's weather forecast is brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
'Cause it's so beautiful.
At Save More Drugs, we got you. We got what you want. We got what you need. We got what you came for. The quality you expect. The prices you need and deserve. Save more at Save More Drugs.
Fresh oil, fresh fire. Join the School of Prophetic Ministry Hawksville for 2 Holy Ghost-filled nights of crusade, July 13 and 14, 2026 at 7:30 Nightly. Guest speaker will be Bishop Steve Daniels of Shallow Missionary Baptist Church, Minnesota. Fresh oil, fresh fire crusade, July 13th and 14th at the School of Prophetic Ministry. See you there.
Welcome to Just Right Pharmacy and Deli, where we have a wide variety of items, such as baby products, we have feminine products, and we have over-the-counter medications. We also have our famous deli, where we provide salads, bowls, wraps, and sandwiches. Our deli offers a daily variety of items, such as salads, sandwiches, and wraps. You can get chicken, Philly cheesesteak, turkey, roast beef, turkey ham, beef pastrami, turkey pastrami, and we have a variety of cheese as well. We have ghost pepper, we have pepper jack, we have Swiss cheese, we have provolone, we have white American, we have yellow American, and Kobe jack. We also sell our deli meats separate and apart from the sandwiches, so you can come in and buy a pound or a half a pound of cheese and deli meats as well. We're located in number 5 at the Brickhouse Plaza. Our telephone number is 826-0116.
Get a jump on your health and fitness goals with the Fitness Connections Transformation Challenge. We've already helped hundreds of people get closer to their health and fitness goals and achieve awesome results like you see here. You can scan the QR code to find out more. But let me tell you what all comes with the challenge. One, you get 20% off coupons to the Fitness Connection every 2 weeks. You get coaching calls with us on Zoom. You get accountability, us checking in on you. And you also get the chance to win $1,000 and other prizes if you are the winner. So what do you have to lose? $50, you can have a chance to win $1,000 and get the body of your dreams. So scan the code now, sign up. We're here to help you.
Have the following supplies on hand at the start of the hurricane season. A minimum 3-day supply of water, which provides 1 gallon of water per person per day. Minimum 3-day supply of non-perishable food items. Flashlights and extra batteries. A battery-powered radio to receive broadcasts that will keep you informed of the storm. A first aid kit. A 7-day supply of any prescribed medication. Don't be caught off guard this hurricane season. Be prepared.
Your number one team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
And that is going to do it for us here in the North. I'm Ramiko Knowles. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. Be sure to stay tuned. The Bahamas Tonight is coming your way next.
During a storm, your safety is priority number 1. Stay indoors and away from windows and avoid going outside. Keep a flashlight handy and tune in to all official updates. Never use candles. They are a fire risk. Stay calm, stay connected, stay safe.
It's a joy, to help someone who is in need,
I'm proud to know that we are able to accommodate them with a hot meal, fresh meal, and a well-balanced meal.
A lot of our clients, as you know, is in the inner city and persons who really and truly and so much have lost their jobs. And for whatever reason, 2 months, 3 months, they really don't have anything. You have to have some kind of kindness to do this.
Bahamas. Hurricane season is here. Are you ready? The 2026 Atlantic hurricane season officially runs from June 1st through November 30th. 6 months of staying alert and prepared. Storms are named to help meteorologists, emergency officials, and the public communicate clearly and quickly during dangerous weather events. hurricanes are also measured using the Saffir-Simpson Hurricane Wind Scale, which ranks storms from categories 1 through 5 based on wind speed and potential damage. And did you know, when a hurricane becomes especially deadly or destructive, its name is permanently retired out of respect for the lives and communities affected. Now is the time to prepare your emergency kit with a portable AM/FM radio, review your family plans, and stay connected to trusted weather information. Preparation today can save lives tomorrow. These are the names of the storms for the 2026 Atlantic hurricane season. Arthur, Bertha, Cristobal, Dolly, Edward, Faye, Gonzalo, Hannah, Isaias, Josephine, Kyle, Leah, Marco, Nana, Omar, Paulette, Renee, Sally, Teddy, Vicky, and Wilfred. This public service announcement was brought to you by the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas in conjunction with the Disaster Risk Management Authority.
Abuse, domestic violence, suicidal tendencies. Are you being stressed out from these problems? Call the national hotline at 422-2763 or 322-2763. There are trained social workers available 24 hours to help you. Know that you are not alone in this.
Hepatitis is the inflammation of the liver, which is the organ responsible for filtering toxins from the body, producing bile for digestion, and producing proteins and clotting factors. The most important cause of hepatitis worldwide is viruses, of which there are 5 main types: A, B, C, D, and E. Hepatitis B and C are major health challenges globally, affecting over 300 million persons worldwide. The suspicion of hepatitis may be a challenge, as there are typically no symptoms. However, if infected, non-specific symptoms may include decreased appetite, nausea, vague abdominal discomfort, jaundice or yellow eyes, and abnormal liver function tests. If not treated, hepatitis of any type can lead to cirrhosis and liver cancer, which leads to over 1 million deaths worldwide. If you suspect you may have been exposed to the virus that causes hepatitis, talk to your doctor today and get tested.
This public service announcement is brought to you by the Public Hospitals Authority in conjunction with the Medical Association of the Bahamas and the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas.
At Bahama Boulevard, I'm Sean Innes. This is ZNS.
On this Thursday night, in the wake of a recent string of deadly vehicular incidents, including vehicles from rental car companies, a reminder of protocols you need to know. This as the families of those teens killed in Sunday's deadly collision struggle to pick up the pieces. The emotional memorial and vigil loved ones held here in New Providence and over in Cat Island, where some of those victims have deep roots. The Bahamas Tonight, the national report, starts now. We come on the air a bit late tonight. We do apologize. I'm Corval Pye from Macushla is off. The fatal crash that claimed the lives of 4 young women has placed the country's car rental industry under the microscope as concerns mount over the increasing number of self-drive vehicles on the road. According to the Road Traffic Act, rental agencies require drivers to file comprehensive written reports for any accidents, as failure to do so may result in the driver being held entirely financially liable. While these operators claim they are simply meeting the demands of a booming tourism industry, others argue the sector has expanded too quickly. raising concerns about regulation, road safety, and the impact on traditional transportation providers. We hear more tonight from our Amaya Moss.
Following the deadly crash that claimed the lives of 4 women in the capital, rental car operators say the tragedy has now shifted the conversation. They are renewing discussions on stricter rental protocol, greater accountability, and stronger safeguards across the industry. Director of Operations at Virgo Rental, Terry Delancey Jr., says one of the biggest challenges facing the industry is integrity.
We've had instances where customers would, something would happen with the vehicle. They would leave the vehicle maybe outside the premises and leave the keys in the car and just abandon it. And then there have always been challenges, so verification of information that's being given, so verifying if the address is the correct address in which they're staying at, verifying the place of employment, things like that. So it's just been a challenge when it comes to making sure people are just being honest.
Drawing on more than 3 decades in the rental car industry, owner of Sanco Motors, Gary Sands, says repeated incidents involving negligent drivers and the repair bills they leave behind have at times left him questioning whether remaining in the industry is worth the risk.
Low control alarm, brakes, shocks, bad. So the GPS do help us. Like when someone sees this, they would call us and then say, who's driving? Your daddy driving the car? Your mother driving the car? You're not the person who rented it. And then we sometimes shut it down. And then the car, they bring it back, or we shut it down, then we go pick it up. So there's a lot of challenges. I went into business in 1996, and 4 weeks after I went into it, I was sorry.
President of the Bahamas Rental Car Association, Kevin Hanna, says the time for complacency has long passed. He voiced his thoughts on the changes he believes are necessary to help preserve what remains of the car rental market.
The challenge in the market right now is that the car rental market is very saturated with rental companies, and a lot of individuals are joining the market in hopes of making just money. But they're not enforcing basic policies and procedures that protect liabilities to them as operators and also the liability of the public.
Rental car operators say while no policy can rule out every danger, stricter enforcement and stronger safeguards can help steer the industry towards a more safer road ahead. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Amaya Moss.
Thank you, Amaya. Family members and loved ones of the victims of Sunday's fatal car crash gathered at Church Street Plaza on Wednesday for a candlelight vigil in their honor. The emotional gathering brought together relatives, friends, and supporters for prayers, hymns, as well as moments of remembrance as they mourned the 4 young women who lost their lives in that devastating crash.
Loved by many, especially in sports. Wherever sport she was in, whether it's volleyball, basketball, track and field, flag football. She was in it all, and she accomplished it all.
She had a friend who lost his dad, and when he was ready to give up, she used to talk to him and call him every day to tell him, no, we gotta do this, we gotta stick it out. She just started to come into herself. She have a new nephew, he only 2 months, and what she used to do was she used to play the sax. So every day you just used to hear her playing the saxophone for him, and the last thing she played was Wind Beneath My Wings for him. She played that for him that Friday. So it's you cannot help the joy. Her essence was, to me, just super pure.
She said, Pastor, you coming to see me? I said, come to see you for what, Diamond? Oh, I have a box for you with some flour cake. And I said, I'm going to get it on Sunday. And she said, okay, but Sunday never came.
The sadness extends beyond New Providence. A community vigil for the victims of that tragic car crash also held last evening at the Cultural Village on the Regatta side in New Bight, Kit Island. The memorial, organized by the Bahamas Christian Council in Kit Island, brought together residents there for an evening of prayer, reflection, and encouragement, with local pastors and youth leaders offering words of comfort and hope. The tragedy has been described as a devastating loss for the entire Kit Island community. Many say that the young victims had bright futures ahead of them and were poised to make a lasting impact on that island. Their deaths have left families, friends, and the wider community grappling with an overwhelming sense of grief. The Upper Chamber pausing for a moment of silence today to honor the lives of those young women killed in that traffic accident in New Providence, Abaco, and Grand Bahama. Senate President, the Honorable Lachelle Adderley, reflecting on the lives cut short, speaking of the promise, potential, and bright futures lost in those devastating accidents.
Deep sorrow and a profound sense of loss that I convey heartfelt condolences on the loss of 6 beautiful young women, 6 young daughters filled with promise, purpose, determination, and zest, all cut short of their destiny. On behalf of the Senate body, I hereby extend our sincerest sympathies to the bereaved families, their loved ones, friends, and all who have been affected by this devastating tragedy.
With traffic deaths continuing to climb nationwide, the Senate President also issuing a strong word of caution to motorists, appealing for safer driving and greater responsibility behind the wheel. And with schools now on summer break, the Senate President has this advice for children as well as their parents.
Summer can be fun and exciting for many. Regrettably, the reality is that many young boys and girls will fall prey to physical and sexual abuse. I urge parents, grandparents, and guardians to pay careful attention to your children's whereabouts, safety, and who's looking after them while you are away from home.
It was back on June 19th that the country learned about the horrific news of an attack by a pack of dogs on a resident. The situation then sparking calls from the Camp Road community as well as the wider public for government to address the matter critically to assure public safety. Well, tonight an update from the government's Animal Control Unit on the status of that investigation and what is being done to minimize future occurrences of these attacks. Here's Lord Allen.
Last month, a 66-year-old resident of Camp Road was violently attacked by 4 pit bulls, and as a result, part of his leg was partially severed and leaving him on a long journey to recovery. Now, following that incident, we spoke with the director at the Department of Agriculture in charge of the Animal Control Unit, Dr. Jason Sands, who says as the investigation continues, more is being done to protect the public against animals like this.
These dogs belong not to the resident, but to a relative, the Animal Control Unit, that is responsible for the control of animals. They accompanied the police. They collected the dogs that were present at the time. These dogs are being held at the Animal Control Unit because the matter is now a police case.
Unable to provide further details on the investigation, Dr. Sands adds that the issue of ownership remains challenging. He noted that the law requires all owners and dog breeders to have licenses as well as having them spayed or neutered. The fine for not having a valid dog license for a dog over 3 months old ranges $40 to $250. While there have been complaints made to the agency, the challenge remains resources in conducting research, internal investigations, and developing a comprehensive dog ownership register.
There will be stricter, higher fines for, for having an animal that has not been registered or licensed, or an animal that has not been spayed or neutered and running an illegal breeding operation.
Meantime, 66-year-old Don Smith continues to recuperate at home. This as 4 area dogs were removed by the ACU. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Lloyd Allen.
Well, there's still much more news to get to this Thursday evening. When we come back, Prime Minister Davis opens the Youth Climate Summit. That story and more, you're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. Stay with us for more.
Step into a life of luxury and convenience with the Commonwealth Bank Platinum Card. From earning premium cashback rewards on every dollar spent to enjoying comprehensive travel insurance, shop with confidence, knowing your purchases are protected. Our Platinum Concierge service turns your requests into reality, wherever life takes you. Let the Commonwealth Bank Platinum Card be your passport to exceptional experiences. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, and everybody watching from Nashville. Tonight, we welcome a star. So please join me in welcoming the barbecue rap star, star of the show!
KFC, it's finger-licking good.
Celebrates the Bahamian spirit, from culture and craft to our reefs and jungle, preserving what's ours, shaping what's next. But it's in our hands.
Oh, isn't that nice? Wait, you missed it? You haven't been on the website. Here's how TDC can help you. Whether you're turning your home into a vacation rental, pitching a business idea, or growing what you've already started, the TDC is here to help. Visit tdcbahamas.com for every conversation, event, grant, and opportunity happening near you. Tourism is all of our business, and the TDC is here to support yours.
Come, let's celebrate the Bahamas' independence. Stop by Janae's Uniform Set and get 30% off selected Independence Polo items. Get an additional 10% volume discount for 30 or more pieces. Net items excluded. The net items, Janae's unique limited edition Independence tees. Don't forget the black, gold, and aquamarine ribbons in various sizes to decorate the home or office. Visit Janae's Chesapeake Road or text the Janae's digital team at 817-3295 or email sales@janae's.com or www.janae's.com. Happy Independence, Bahamas from Janae's.
Throughout our lifetime, we must all make decisions. No matter how we choose, the right one just needs to be made. Like having J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers as your insurance partner. We've been serving the Bahamas for over 100 years. Whether you need home, motor, marine, or commercial insurance, make the right decision. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
JS Johnson Insurance. Peace of mind.
50 years of nation building, see the legacy we trust. Oh, the water is our lifeline, and the future flows through us. From the pine barrens to the ocean, in the sun and in the dust, we are building for tomorrow, and the future flows through us. Yeah, yeah. Yes, the future flows through us.
The Water and Sewage Corporation, celebrating 50 years of nation building.
As we bring you back this Thursday evening, we give a nod to the late Samuel Green, as well as Lord Rule and Pastor Glendon Rule. You're looking at a live shot there of Zion Yamakroa, Zion Baptist Church. Wow, that edifice has grown. It has been around for many years along the Yamakroa Strip. And that is our shot of the night, courtesy of drone pilot Shane Gibson. The Youth Climate Summit opening today at the University of the Bahamas' Performing Arts Center. The initiative, now into its 4th year, seeks to elevate the voices of young people in the climate change space. Here's Fern Carey.
Youngsters from across the country will get an opportunity over the next 2 days to air their concerns about climate change, learn more about mitigating efforts in the climate change space, and engage in interactive sessions with their peers during the Youth Climate Conference. The initiative comes as the Bahamas and other members of the global community are grappling with stronger hurricanes, flooding, wildfires, and dangerous heat waves that strain national infrastructure and threaten lives. Prime Minister, the Honorable Philip Davis, indicated that while the Bahamas continues to lead the way in climate activism, young people also have a role to play.
Extreme heat
is quietly taxing every household in this country. The existential threat of climate change worsens each day we do not take sufficient action. And while the leaders of global superpowers consistently fail to do what it takes to sufficiently address the dangers posed by climate change, I find hope and strength to carry on this fight each time I see young people like you, ready and willing to put in the work and make a difference in whatever way you can.
Prime Minister Davis charged Bahamians and residents to do their part in the fight against climate change.
I charge you all to be a climate activist in your own right. To our youth, to you, be relentless. Disrupt the status quo. Keep holding your government, our businesses, and your communities accountable. Your energy is the engine of our survival.
Attendees also heard from the outgoing youth climate ambassador, Ryan Munnings, who reflected on his efforts on climate advocacy.
It's truly been a privilege not only to serve the youth who are here today, but to serve the Commonwealth at large. It has been a tremendous pleasure of mine.
The new youth ambassador for 2026-2027 is Taylor Cargill, while Ava Richardson and Kendrick Stubbs are the new Sustainable Development Goals youth ambassadors. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Fern Carey.
Thank you, Fern. During this morning's Senate proceedings, Senator the Honorable Keenan Johnson, who also serves as Parliamentary Secretary in the Ministry of Education, Science and Technology, announced that the National Summer Youth Employment Program opens tomorrow at the Stephen Dillard Primary School. Now, according to Senator Johnson, the program to be rolled out this summer will ensure that children are not only engaged, but also safe.
We have our extended learning program, which actually starts next week. And that's for persons who are interested in gaining a bit more in our core subjects, mathematics and language arts. We are also promoting a national reading program. And so we've actually published a list of books that we're encouraging parents and guardians to encourage their to encourage their children to read during the summer so that they keep their minds and brains active.
What appeared to be ordinary Rice Krispies treats turned out to be suspected marijuana-infused edibles, leading to multiple arrests here in the capital. And now police are warning parents to pay close attention to these types of products that they believe can pose serious danger if they end up in the hands of children. Altaviz Munnings takes a closer look.
According to the Daily Crime Report, 6 people, 2 men and 4 women, are in police custody after officers seized a quantity of suspected marijuana-infused edible treats during an operation in Providence on Wednesday. Drug Enforcement Unit officers were tipped off and went to the area of Ruby Avenue and West Bay Street in western New Providence shortly after 11 o'clock that morning, where they stopped a gray Nissan Cube occupied by a 24-year-old man, a 23-year-old woman, and a child. Police confirmed that a vehicle search led to the discovery of 18 suspected marijuana-infused Rice Krispies treats packaged in individual Ziploc bags. Both adults were arrested. The child was released into the care of a family member. Later that day, officers executed a search warrant at a residence on Graham Drive in Yellow Elder, where an additional suspected marijuana-infused edible was found on a kitchen table. 4 women, 2 18-year-olds, a 27 and a 48-year-old, were taken into custody. Now, this week's drug bust has prompted a Royal Bahamas Police Force warning that's urging parents and guardians to be extra vigilant about marijuana-infused edibles that are often made to look like popular candies, cereals, cookies, and other snacks that can easily be mistaken by children. The police implores the public to look for terms such as THC, Delta-9 THC, cannabis, marijuana, or infused on the front of the package or within the ingredient list. Packaging that may indicate the amount of THC per serving or per package, such as 100 mg THC. Many cannabis products, according to police, display symbols or statements such as a cannabis leaf for adult use only or a universal THC warning symbol. The police advises parents and guardians to not allow children to handle or consume any suspicious products discovered in their home. Securely store it in a locked location out of sight and reach of children, and most of all, contact the Royal Bahamas Police Force. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Altaviz Munnings.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Folk Call Smart Pass, the smart way to pay at the pump.
Marco's Pizza. Marco's Pizza. Summer never tasted so good.
Marco's Summer Party is bringing the fun. Choose 2 large one-topping pizzas with a 2-liter soda for just $34.95. Or grab a big square deal, 1 medium, 1-topping pizzas with boneless wings for just $39.95. Enter to win weekly Baja Bay water passes and your very own Marco's Summer Party pack all summer long. Marco's Pizza. Summer never tasted so good.
Throughout our lifetime, we must all make decisions. No matter how we choose, the right one just needs to be made. Like having J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers as your insurance partner. We've been serving the Bahamas for over 100 years. Whether you need home, motor, marine, or commercial insurance, make the right decision. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
J.S. Johnson Insurance. Peace of mind.
When the craving hits, there's only one thing everybody agrees on. Hot, crispy, Wendy's chicken tenders. Made to satisfy every bite. Whether it's served as a slider or wrap, it's always perfectly seasoned, perfectly crunchy, and always cooked fresh. From lunch with friends to family moments worth sharing. For chicken tenders you're gonna know by name, gotta be Wendy's.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station, open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Education, Science and Technology, the Honorable I. Chester Cooper, among government officials who hosted a flag-raising ceremony Wednesday. From the ministry's grounds, DPM Cooper celebrated the experience, saying our forefathers demanded for a country they envisioned, and the raising of the Bahamian flag is a symbol of that tenacity.
The visionary pioneers who signed our Constitution believed deeply in the fundamental principles of freedom, democracy, the supremacy of God, and the rule of law. The patriotism they displayed was defined by active sacrifice, bold courage, and a deep love for a country they could only then imagine.
Many, many more independent stories we are going to be sharing with you. But right now, I got to tell you all before we bring in the split screen what happened today. When Makushla called in sick, the editors were having a meeting. They needed to ensure that there was somebody to step in, that we would have keep this whole, this split screen, triple threat eye candy going. So I knocked on the door and I said, hey, I'll do it.
I have no words.
I'll do it.
Eye candy.
This is what a good friend does.
Way to step in.
Yes, while also.
Way to give one of the best introductions to Access Now we've seen in a long time. But speaking
this might be the last time.
I recognize you. I'm picking up what you're putting down. But speaking of recognition, the pastors are going to be recognizing their own and their contributions to ministry. We're going to be talking with a few
I think the
significant ones
daddy's
tonight.
cussing in the air at me right now.
I believe it. I believe it.
We're way off script. We're off script, people. And there's also the Ministry of Education.
There's also the Students of Distinction Society coming up, so we'll be learning about awards for the pastors, awards for the students, more encouragement for them to continue doing well in their school year.
And we're back on track. Thanks, Corvell.
It's Free Friday.
It's been good to see you.
Stay with us. The Bahamas Tonight Access Now coming up shortly. We'll be back with a closing thought.
We Buy and Sell. We help you upgrade your home the smart way, from solar panels and solar lights to strong doors, storm-ready windows, tiles, mirrors, vanity, faucets, and more. Everything you need is right here under one roof. Great quality products, great price, and fast, friendly service every day. Visit us on Robinson Road or send us a message on WhatsApp 242-636-8412 or shop anytime at wbusbahamas.com. We Buy and Sell. Upgrade your home today.
The tastiest thing about soccer is sharing it with the whole team, just like the new Ready for Soccer. A delicious lineup of 16 slices and 4 flavor sections. Perfect for sharing from start to finish, even beyond the 90 minutes. Get your team together and dig in, only at Little Caesars.
Pizza, pizza.
And that does it here for us at 7. I hope you'll come back and see me tonight on 11 for the late news. In the meantime, stay tuned. The Bahamas Tonight continues next with Access Now. I'm Corvell Pye from In Tonight for Makushla. Have a good evening.
Bahamas. Hurricane season is here. Are you ready? The 2026 Atlantic hurricane season officially runs from June 1st through November 30th. 6 months of staying alert and prepared. Storms are named to help meteorologists, emergency officials, and the public communicate clearly and quickly during dangerous weather events. Hurricanes are also measured using the Saffir-Simpson Hurricane Wind Scale, which ranks storms from categories 1 through 5 based on wind speed and potential damage. And did you know, when a hurricane becomes especially deadly or destructive, its name is permanently retired out of respect for the lives and communities affected. Now is the time to prepare your emergency kit with a portable AM/FM radio. Review your family plans and stay connected to trusted weather information. Preparation today can save lives tomorrow. These are the names of the storms for the 2026 Atlantic hurricane season. Author.
High achievers welcome to an elite group tonight.
And the Monroe Pinder Awards names its latest class.
Plus, Bahamian talent shines bright at the U.S. Embassy, or Independence celebrations, rather. Those details straight ahead.
And in sports, the Knowles brothers talk tennis.
Bahamas Tonight Access Now starts now.
Good evening, everyone. On this Friday, Junior, I'm Royston Jones.
And I'm Marlena Leonard. Welcome to the Bahamas Tonight. Access Now.
Welcome indeed. Now, there are some partnerships that become bigger than the sport itself. Tomorrow, Venus and Serena Williams are teaming up to play Wimbledon doubles for the first time since 2022.
Oh, yeah. And while fans are hoping Serena's recent knee injury doesn't stand in the way, their return together marks another chapter in one of sport's greatest partnerships and the legacy they've built as sisters, teammates, and champions of the sport, and also champions of equality, both on and off the court.
Absolutely. Their return speaks to their remarkable longevity and athleticism. And speaking of incredible athletes, you may have seen Naomi Osaka, who's known for her style and grace, and she appeared at Wimbledon in what I describe, and many describe, as a sort of like wedding-inspired dress
Beautiful.
kimono. Absolutely stunning. And I thought you might appreciate that.
Oh, yeah.
With that said, let's serve up some news. 15 love. The newly formed Student of Distinction Society, a project of the Ministry of Education, Science and Technology, seeks to add a unique spotlight on high school students and seniors who set themselves apart by hitting a number of rigorous requirements for induction. Once enrolled, the students become members of an elite group. Lloyd Allen reports tonight.
72 public school students were recently a part of an honors ceremony for the newest student profile listing, the Bahamas Public Schools Student of Distinction Society. Director of Education Dominique McCartney Russell, during the awards night, hailed the group as the creme de la creme in public education.
For us, we wanted to be able to recognize those students whose GPA are consistently above a 3.5, to say to them that we see you, we support you, and we want to further accelerate excellence.
Coming from schools around the country, the students, once identified, face a tall order of expectations, including the maintenance of a 3.5 cumulative GPA, leadership proven in various capacities, and active engagement in community development, with the spin-off benefits galore.
Access to scholarship opportunities, access to leadership opportunities, and certainly to say to them that this is important and we want them also to serve as ambassadors for other students across the country, especially in public education. Letting other students know that, something you can do it.
Russell adds the value of the positive highlight on public education is priceless.
Some of them have already amassed dollars in regards to scholarships. Some of them are, we have the top math student in BJC in the country, the top music student in the country in terms of BGCSE, And so we're just saying to the society, look at public education.
Two of those students, Kevin Williams and Adia Miller, say being a student of distinction is surreal, but also a rewarding experience.
I received the top score for the Mathematics BGCSE 2025. I have a 1290 SAT score, and my GPA is currently 3.81. I will admit, sometimes it is very hard. You will be tired, you will be exhausted, you will be sick of it, but if you just try, put yourself out there, marvelous things will happen.
I'm just happy to be immersed in this experience. It means so much that the hard work that I have done and for the persons who have supported me and my parents who have supported me through this journey, it means a lot.
Parent Noquanda Jennings, identified as the parent of distinction, says support is the ultimate flex for a parent.
I've always told her, we don't settle, work hard. Always remember to put God first, and everything that she do, I try my best to be there and to support her.
Organizers say as the program continues, their job remains on aligning students with the best opportunities for success. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Lloyd Allen.
What an exciting new initiative. Thanks so much, Lloyd. Well, speaking of high achievers, the 11th Monroe Pender Leadership Awards was recently held to honor a new generation of student leaders. The program identifies 12th grade and freshman undergraduate students whose academic achievement, service, and leadership potential distinguish them among their peers. This year's top honors went to Ethan Turner, who received the top scholarship award of $6,000. Naisha Prince earned second place with an award of $3,500. Justice Clark earned third place with a $2,500 award, and Kendall Brooks received the Servant Leader Award and a scholarship of $2,000. Other 2026 top 10 finalists were Amelia Hepburn, Zion Carey, Avani Sawyer, Cassidy Edgecombe, Rogan Smith, and Divinity Bow.
Congratulations, of course, to all of them. Now, some of the most memorable moments of the United States' 250th anniversary celebrations didn't come from the fireworks or the festivities. Instead, they came from the cultural connections that have united the Bahamas and the U.S. for generations. Our Desmond Saunders highlights the Bahamians chosen to help mark the historic occasion.
Fireworks and fire jets weren't the only stars of this year's U.S. Embassy's 250th Independence Anniversary celebrations. Guests were given an exclusive first look at the upcoming documentary, Bringing Her Home, the story of Sloop John B. The film explores how a traditional Bahamian folk song traveled far beyond these shores before becoming a worldwide hit through the Beach Boys. Filmmakers David House and Nassau-born co-producer Edgar Seligman say the project is more about music. It's about reclaiming a piece of Bahamian history.
A number of years ago, I bought an antique songbook that had an entry for Heist Up the John B. Sails. And there was an asterisk at the bottom of the page which said that at one time, the song was regarded as a national anthem around Nassau. And it struck me as very strange that so many Bahamians were not aware of the song's Bahamian origins. So I thought this was a great story to tell.
And we're like, that's really strange that it seems to have been so prominent here and disappeared. And we thought it would be a really beautiful and also metaphorical story to bring it home. It's not just about the song. The song works as a catalyst of change and like a new chapter and things moving on.
Producers predict Bringing Her Home, the story of Sloop John B, will be scheduled for release early next year with a Bahamian premiere also in the works. The evening also struck another high note as young Bahamian vocalists Beyonce Knowles and Daniel Dorset were chosen to perform the national anthems of the Bahamas and the United States, a moment they described as both humbling and career-defining.
And I am so honored to be singing the national anthem because it holds so much history and it really unites the nation.
Completely ecstatic, very anxious actually. It's a stepping stone inside my upcoming career as a new upcoming world-renowned singer.
From a documentary reclaiming the story of an iconic Bahamian folk song to two young Bahamian voices helping open an historic celebration, the evening proved that some of the strongest connections between the Bahamas and the United States are built through culture, music, and shared heritage. Desmond Saunders of Bahamas Tonight.
Fantastic story. Thanks so much, Desmond. Still to come, the second annual Pastoral Honors happens this weekend.
And, of course, Diane Dorset has your Access weather forecast, so stay close.
Hey, it's your honorary pump attendant back again with another episode on the do's and don'ts at a service station. Let's go. What you ain't gonna do is just pull up to any dispenser and put the nozzle inside your car without reading the signs. Because if you put the wrong fuel inside your car and the car mess up, you could be mad at us, all right? And then you have to walk or catch bus for about 3 to 18 months. What you're supposed to do is read the signs. We place signs all over the dispenser to tell you which fuel is which. Because you put the wrong one in the car, say bop, and you could be mad at us. You could be, oh, what happened to my car? No, it's you who ain't read. It say diesel, diesel, one word, diesel. You got up, and you mad at us. Read, that's all you have to do.
Independence Day is right around the corner, and so are the savings at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets. Libby's Spaghetti and Meatballs, 15 ounces, $1.69. Mahatma Jasmine Rice, 2 pounds, $2.99. Whole chickens, $1.89 per pound. Sweet nectarines or peaches, $2.19 per pound. Sweet strawberries, 1 pound, $5.99. Shop with confidence knowing you're saving when you're shopping the specials at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets.
Good evening, everyone. We're nearing the end of another week. It's Thursday, July 2nd, and it's time for your Access weather forecast. Your quick look at what's shaping our weather for the next few days. And we've got clouds again near the northern Bahamas associated with low-level troughing and lots of moisture, which will continue to trigger the occasional shower and thunderstorm over parts of the northern Bahamas tonight and tomorrow. Elsewhere, the presence of high pressure and the Saharan dust will help to suppress shower and thunderstorm activity across the remainder of the area through tonight. Meanwhile, we've got another upper-level trough that will move over the area on Sunday, increasing the chance of showers and thunderstorms as it moves westward and finally tracking the Atlantic. There is no tropical cyclone development expected over the next 7 days. Now, looking at our 3-day boating forecast, in the northwest and central Bahamas, tonight through Saturday, we'll get southeast winds at 10 to 15 knots with seas at 2 to 4 feet, high tides at 10:27 this evening and again at 10:48 in the morning. Then in the southeast Bahamas, east to southeast winds picking up at 12 to 18 knots with seas at 3 to 6 feet and a small craft caution still in effect. Now, here's a look at your international temperatures, which are brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
Someone can taste your honey. Don't you know that while you out looking for sugar, someone can taste your honey. They say what's good for the rat, it's good for the cat. And you know damn well that's how things go. With you, she can know. With she, you have no clue that somebody loosening up all she screw. My friend beware when she doing nails and hair and she asks you for.
That was is your international temperatures brought to you by Royal Star Assurance, and that wraps up your access for the forecast. But remember to join me again at 11 for a full weather update. Have a great evening, everyone.
As always, thanks so much, Diane. Now, the second annual National Pastoral Honors is just days away, and the visionary behind the event, Pastor Kevin Harris, is here to tell us all about the night designed to recognize and honor pastors from throughout the Commonwealth of Bahamas for their years of contributions towards the work of the ministry, nation building, and community development.
And joining him tonight is Senior Pastor of Deliverance Tabernacle, Bishop Mark Knowles. Thank you so much for joining us on Access Now.
Thank you very much.
You both.
Yes.
Now, I have to start with what inspired you to create the National Pastoral Honors?
Well, really recognizing, as a pastor myself, that there have been many who've labored in the vineyard, as we call it, in terms of service. And sometimes in the Bahamas, we just relegate service to maybe politicians or persons at that level. But we tend to forget that within the church world, individuals make a tremendous amount of sacrifices to perform the duties that they do. And we felt that it was important to recognize, particularly among some of the more senior members of the clergy who have never really asked, they don't really ask for recognition, but some of them have gone on and there have been very little said about their contribution towards the development of the Bahamas, particularly the people of the Bahamas. And so the idea came over 2 or 3 years ago to create the National Pastoral Honors, and we started last year.
Of course. What can people expect? And you are one of the honorees, so I want to say congratulations, of course, in advance. But what can we expect from this year's event?
I believe that we're expecting to, for this event, we're expecting I expect that it's going to be a very encouraging event. How we've been laboring and ministering, and you do things, and you really don't have the opportunity for people to come and say, well, thank you. But I believe that that what Pastor Harris has started, this is the beginning of something great. And I believe that the best is yet to come. And so I'm looking forward to it. Wonderful. And I'm excited. And I know that it's going to be very encouraging, and we can't wait for it.
And then when and where is it going to be, and how can people, is it something people can get tickets
That's
to?
right.
Is it invite only? How does it work?
Well, tickets are available, and it's going to be held at the Miles E. Monroe Diplomat Center on this coming Sunday, July 5th. We're going to start at 5 p.m., doors open at 4. Those tickets are available at the various outlets, that's the Logos Bookstore, the Oasis Bookstore, and the All Seasons. But we're also pleased to have the Deputy Prime Minister has consented to be with us on Sunday night. He will bring remarks, but also he's going to distribute and hand out the Lifetime Achievement Awards, and that's the 13 recipients. We're looking forward to that.
It's incredible. And I think that it's so timely for this recognition to come now. So we're wishing you well, of course, and I'm sure it'll be a spectacular event.
Thank you so much, and thank you guys for having us. And we just want to say congratulations to all our honorees, and we're looking forward to everyone being out on Sunday.
All right, get your tickets, people. Make sure you show up and support. Stay with us. More Access Now is coming your way.
I'm so excited to bring BTC Air to Eleuthera. We started in Bimini, rolled out there, now we rolled it out here in Eleuthera. To just hear how strongly it's been received, to hear endorsements, impromptu endorsements from the community here while we're here today is really fantastic.
I can definitely tell you all that it is a competitive download and upload database.
We wanted to ensure that our customers are connected, not just be connected, but actually stay connected. We heard from our customers in terms of the up and down service, the slow service. So one of the things we wanted to do was really focus on the reliability. Customers can sign up via going to the retail store. So in Eleuthera, we actually have 4 locations. So all of those stores you can actually sign up from, as well as we have our main line 225-5282. Where customers can actually call and someone would be able to assist as it relates to signing up for BTC Air. It was an awesome turnout, very pleased with the turnout. We got some very good questions and feedback from the audience, and so we're very excited for what's to come here in Eleuthera with BTC Biz Air and Smart Solutions.
Come and visit us at Shop Smart, 'cause everything is here. Yes, we have it all
for you. Toys, clothing, office supplies, appliances, custom cut blinds, bedding, drapes, and rugs. Come and visit us on Mackey Street, 2 blocks down from Wolf Road. Call us at 698-1052. Everything is easy.
This is the ride on the weekend with my grandma to this place, Burger King Nassau, where grandma enjoyed her favorite flame grilled Whopper with fresh veggies, flame grilled beef just the way she likes it. And then I enjoyed my cheeseburger kids meal with a special treat.
And now, all grown up, I get to enjoy Burger King with these people, my friends, enjoying the same classic flame grilled Whopper. Let's just say, we know flame grilled tastes better.
Well, welcome to your Thursday Sports Check, everyone. I'm Amajal Knowles, topping sports. Their dad is arguably the greatest Bahamian tennis player ever, but for Graham and Brody Knowles, they're trying to carve out legacies of their own, not on the court, rather on the gridiron. Breaking the huddle for us is our resident quarterback, Swanson Gibson Jr.
From the Manning brothers to Jim and John Harbaugh, Graham and Brody Knowles are the newest brother duo set to make their mark in college football. Brody Knowles, a 4-star wide receiver, recently committed to the University of Illinois, looking to catapult his team atop the tough Big Ten Conference.
Yeah, so basically my whole recruitment, I had two biggest factors that I put into it, and it was relationships and development. And, you know, just my relationship with Coach Stepp, which is the receiver coach over there. And, I mean, he's put like 11 dudes in the NFL. So, I mean, it's hard to beat that. And then the head coach was amazing, and the OC. So we just built it over the last 2 years, and then just felt like home.
Couldn't be more proud of him. I've seen him come a long way from the little kid I used to beat up on in the backyard, and now he's his own man. He's grown into his shoes, and he's certainly gotten a lot faster and stronger. I don't know if I want to play him anymore. That might be the end of our one-on-ones. But he's certainly matured a lot. He's gotten a lot better, and I mean, it all starts with my mom and my dad. We come from an athletic family, so it's awesome to see him, you know, continue his journey and succeed at his path.
Graham Knowles, once a top 20 passer, according to ESPN High School's football rankings, has been a part of Georgia Tech's football program since 2024, assuming the supporting quarterback role. He has his sights on the lead QB job, potentially commanding Georgia Tech's offense.
Yeah, I mean, my whole career has kind of been a battle. I've never really came into a spot having like a return start job. I've always had to win my job preseason. So it was nothing new coming to college, you know, just joining that same kind of journey again from working your way from the bottom of the depth chart up to the top. And it's kind of just like you got to show up, go to work, and chop wood every day. But it's tough, but it certainly has its fun moments.
The Knowles brothers are the sons of Bahamian tennis legend Mark Knowles, who was once ranked #1 in the world in doubles, claiming several Grand Slam titles and representing the 242 at the Olympics. Graham and Brody speak about their father's impact personally and athletically.
There's no better role model to learn from. I'm extremely blessed. I'm extremely fortunate. It's a gift from God that, you know, I have such a great father, and he's such a great, you know, idea on what to do with my life. Like, he gives us so many great things to follow. He has a lot of experience in the professional world and the athletic world, so just learning from him and hearing his experiences is so invaluable, and I'm so grateful for it.
He's a role model in my life. We're both truly blessed to have him, you know, every day. And then not like just the way he did on the tennis court, but like what he does off the court every day, just to see him like interact with people, how nice he is to everyone, you know, how he gives back to the Bahamas as much as he can. So yeah, I mean, it's great.
Graham and Brody Knowles, looking to make their mark on the gridiron. Reporting for ZNS Total Sports, I'm Swanson Gibson Jr.
Thanks, Wani. From the field to the diamond over at St. Andrews, a major showcase for some of the country's top young softball talent. Our Michelle Butler gives us more in this report.
Here at the JBLN Field is the BAPS annual softball showcase, where young athletes is given a chance to show their talents in front of coaches and scouts. BAPS Softball All-Star Survival Showcase got underway today at the JBLN Field, with a player development camp kicking off a week of competition that runs through Sunday. The event will feature games, skill development, and an all-star showcase, giving some of the country's top young athletes the chance to compete in front of college coaches. But the showcase is about more than winning games. It's about creating opportunities for Bahamian athletes to continue their softball careers at a collegiate level. One of the BAP founders, Deshae Stubbs, spoke about the vision behind the event.
And this is actually an all-star week that we host annually that features the top talent from around the country. This year we actually have, I think, 5 or 6 islands represented: New Providence, Grand Bahama, Long Island, Abaco, and Spanish Wells.
For the athletes, the experience teaches more than competition. We asked returning pitcher Sinai Roberts what it means to be a part of the showcase.
Being a part of BAP for the last 3 years, it has been really well. I've gained a lot of friendships, a lot of new coaches that have helped me develop. Also, being able to move to the United States and be able to play softball over there. So it's helped me a lot.
Today also gives college coaches the opportunity to evaluate some of the Bahamas' top young talent. We caught up with one of the recruiters to talk about his experience.
This is my 2nd year participating in the show. This is my 3rd year being affiliated with it. I met Coach Shea about 3 years ago and got invited here last year. I've enjoyed it. Last year was great, and looking for bigger and better things this year.
With a week full of games still ahead, these athletes have plenty of opportunities to make an impression and take another step toward their collegiate softball dreams. Reporting from the BAP Softball Showcase, I'm Michelle Butler.
And that's been a look at your sports on this Tuesday. I'm Amajal Knowles signing out until tomorrow.
Here are a few things that you can add to your hurricane kit to give it a much-needed upgrade. Portable power banks, solar chargers, solar-powered radios, and similar items. While you're at it, make sure you're stocked up on the regulars: battery-operated radio and flashlight, additional batteries, a comprehensive first aid kit, along with 2 weeks of medication. Be sure to add life vests for family members and a toolkit. There should be 1 gallon of water per day for each member of your family and non-perishable food. Be sure to secure important documents like banking and insurance information and government-issued identification. And pay close attention to the ZNS network for all your weather updates. If this seems like a lot, think of it as survival through preparation. This season, be weather smart, weather safe.
You're looking at a cool summer shot of Arawak Key Beach, and it's time now to take a trip to Eleuthera. Let's go.
BTC is continuing to deepen its investment in Eleuthera through initiatives focused on community support, early childhood education, and literacy development, as the company made a $10,000 donation from the Liberty Caribbean Foundation to the Bahamas Red Cross. The donation will go towards the purchase of reading books to 3 schools. BTC also donated 20 tablets to support preschool students.
And this is your reminder to celebrate the Cat Island Festival weekend at Montague Foreshore on Saturday, July 4th and Sunday, July 5th. Enjoy live entertainment, authentic Cat Island food, local crafts, family fun, and exciting competitions. That's the Cat Island Festival weekend this Saturday and Sunday.
Plenty going on this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
That's going to do it for Access Now for tonight. We'll see you for Entertainment Friday, mañana.
But first, stay tuned for the rundown on leadership with Ahmad Rashad Thompson.
Good night, everybody.
At the House of Assembly, I'm Lakush Lapinder. This is ZNS.
What does disability look like? In a busy airport terminal? At the check-in counter? At security checkpoints? Or even in baggage claim? Passengers with hidden disabilities often go unnoticed. Globally, 1 in 7 persons have some form of a disability. 80% of those disabilities are non-visible. In an airport environment, workers are often unaware of hidden physical, mental, or
neurological disabilities that some passengers live with. This can lead to frustration and a less than ideal travel experience. So, how do we make the invisible more visible? At LPIA, we've implemented the Sunflower Lanyard program. The lanyards are visual cues for airport workers to immediately identify passengers who might need additional assistance. NAD is teaming up with the National Commission for Persons with Disabilities and key stakeholders at LPIA to launch the internationally recognized initiative. We're joining more than 180 airports and 26 countries already in the program. NAD is the first organization in the Bahamas to recognize the Sunflower Initiative. It's a way to show our continued commitment to making LPIA a safe, welcoming, and inclusive airport for all. Passengers needing to secure a free Sunflower lanyard can email sunflower@nas.bs or call 1242-397-8600. For more information, visit www.nassauLPIA.com.
At Centerville, I'm LaDawn Davis. This is ZNS.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, leaders from all generations, good evening and welcome to the Rundown on Leadership. I'm your host, Ahmad Thompson, and I am honored, excited, and deeply grateful to be with you tonight. This is the place where leaders come to sharpen their thinking, challenge their assumptions, and become the very best version of themselves. And our mission each week is simple, yet it has never mattered more than it does right now: to elevate the leadership conversation locally, regionally, and globally, and to prepare you to lead with greater clarity, purpose, and impact. As always, we begin with gratitude. Thank you for welcoming us into your homes, your offices, and your leadership journey. Week after week, you remind us that leadership is more than a title. It is a responsibility. It's a discipline, and it is indeed a calling. And tonight, that calling gets very personal for every leader who has ever been responsible for people. Because we are asking one bold, uncomfortable question tonight. In a world being shaped by artificial intelligence, who will champion the human beings behind the work? We know you could spend your Thursday evening anywhere in the world, but you choose to run it down with us, and for that, we are truly grateful. Now, I want to start tonight with a number that should stop every HR professional in their tracks. Last month, June, the head of one of the largest HR organizations in the world sat down with 92 CEOs, nearly a fifth of the Fortune 500, and asked them one simple question. How do you feel about HR? 10% said they love it. 60% said they tolerate it. And 30%, nearly 1 in 3, said they believe their company would be just fine without it. Sit with that. A third of the most powerful business leaders on the planet look at the people responsible for their people and quietly wonder if they need them at all. And it is already happening, ladies and gentlemen. Piece by piece, the work is being carried off. Compensation handed over to finance. The systems handed over to IT. Employee relations handed over to legal. Learning and development outsourced almost completely. Organizational design handed over to strategy or operations. And now artificial intelligence is reaching for whatever is left. The function that was meant to build, to champion human beings is being quietly taken apart in rooms where its own name isn't even on the agenda. So, here is the uncomfortable question at the center of tonight's show. If everybody else can do the pieces, then what exactly is HR? When the spreadsheets get automated and the admin gets reassigned, what is left that's real? What is the thing that only HR can do? In other words, I want to know, will the real HR please stand up? Because here's the twist. That very same week, on that very same stage, Oprah Winfrey looked out at a room full of those same HR leaders and gave them an opposite message. She told them that you are not in the business of spreadsheets. You are in the business of human potential. She called them masters of human potential. So which is it? Are they the disposable department a third of CEOs could live without? Or the masters of human potential the entire future of work depends on? Both of those things were said in the same week to the same people in the same room, on the same stage. And tonight, we are going to settle it once and for all. I could not have had a better person in the chair to help me run it down tonight because she was in that room. My guest tonight has served the HR profession for nearly 2 decades, and for more than a decade, she has served inside one of the most respected professional services firms in the world. She currently serves as Senior Manager of Human Capital at PwC Bahamas and also serves as the President of SHRM Bahamas. And just weeks ago, she led a delegation of more than 40 Bahamian HR professionals to Global SHRM Conference, where she sat in the room for every single moment I just described. So if anyone can answer tonight's question, I am sure that it's Denise. I am honored to run it down tonight with President Denise Knowles. Tonight's conversation is one every HR professional or aspiring HR professional, every leader, every government official, shucks, even the pastor needs to hear. So you know what to do, ladies and gentlemen. Go ahead, tag a leader, share this broadcast, invite someone into the conversation, because tonight we are asking, will the real HR please stand up? This is the Rundown on Leadership, ladies and gentlemen, and your breakthrough is right after this break. Stay close.
In a world where our health defines our future and the Caribbean stands on the front lines of climate change, rising NCDs and global challenges, knowledge becomes our greatest defense. Caribbean Medical TV is your guide on the journey to wellness and insight, featuring our region's own doctors, nurses, climate specialists and medical institutions. From physical well-being to the emotional and mental balance we all deserve. Caribbean Medical TV empowers you because building a healthier future isn't just a regional goal, it's a global responsibility. In the Caribbean, vitality isn't just a goal, it's a way of living. Connect with the region through knowledge, hope, and the power of Caribbean resilience on Caribbean Medical TV, where awareness becomes power. Join the conversation, join the movement. Be viewing Season 4 of Caribbean Medical TV right here on this station.
The tastiest thing about soccer is sharing it with the whole team, just like the new Ready for Soccer. A delicious lineup of 16 slices and 4 flavor sections. Perfect for sharing from start to finish, even beyond the 90 minutes. Get your team together and dig in, only at Little Caesars.
Pizza.
I don't know, but what kind of cars is this parking? You ain't even know where to park? Yeah, that's no parking. Look at this way. Like, you ain't get nowhere to go. Don't park him. Just don't park him. Don't park him. Yeah, that's how they get. No, you can't park him. I ain't gonna be that long. I ain't gonna be that long. Handicap spot, boy, what's going on, dog? I tell you we shouldn't park here now. This way parking, man. I tell you we shouldn't park here. Don't get one of these things. My bad, big bro. And he got a sticker inside that say this mod, though. We gotta move. This is a handicap spot. Let's go. But we gotta move. Don't. We can move right now. Sorry.
Be considerate. Don't use disabled parking spaces without a decal in your vehicle. This message is brought to you by the National Commission for Persons with Disabilities.
Everyone, if you're just joining us, my guest tonight is President Denise Knowles, and Denise serves as President of SHRM Bahamas, and she also serves as the Senior Manager of Human Capital at PwC. Denise and I are going to run it all the way down tonight as we ask, will the real HR please stand up? Denise, welcome to the show. Before we touch a single headline, though, Denise, how do you feel right now? What's going on?
I feel good. I do feel good. And thank you so much, Ahmad, for having me this evening.
Indeed.
It has been very challenging, since I since I took the role on a few months ago, and the energy is great, and I feel really good about the cause. I really feel good about the purpose of what I'm expected to do as president of Sharon Bahamas, and even though it's challenging, it's quite rewarding, and I really do appreciate
absolutely
the role.
So before we go any further, Denise, tell us how you got into HR. Was this something you wanted to do all your life? Was it something you kind of fell into? Was it always something you had on your vision board to become? How did your journey to HR even begin, and how did it lead to where you are now?
Interestingly enough, Ahmad, I do recall getting into the profession, and I think I may have been in my early 20s getting into the profession, and it was something that I would say that I stumbled upon. The opportunity presented itself, and I did not turn it down. And it may have been a little over 2 decades ago, and I've been in the profession, and HR is the only profession that I know. Wow. It's very, very engaging, and I absolutely love what I do. From a very early age, I always was fascinated by people and really just trying to bring out the best in people and mentoring folks at a very early age. I started out working from I was 14 years old. Wow. So it's been an interesting journey, but absolutely one that I can tell you that has been quite rewarding for me.
Indeed. When you think of the strides you've made in your own career, parallel that to where HR is right now in the Bahamas, as we get ready to answer this question, where do you see some similarities but also some differences? How is the industry shaping as your own career has evolved over time?
It has changed dramatically. When I first got into the profession, a lot of the things that I was doing, and I was an HR department of one, working within the financial services field, and a lot of the things that I was doing, was quite basic HR, payroll administration, the administrative task, hiring employees, terminating employees, really not getting into the greens and the I guess the strategic element of HR, that was something that I did not know, and that was something that I didn't do. And when I think about it, fast forward 20 years later, it has changed significantly. Wow. Because at the end of the day, and you said it best, when we attended the conference in Orlando, when he had indicated that 10%,
Denise,
of CEOs love HR, which is a very small margin, right? 60% of those CEOs that were surveyed, they tolerate HR, which is, when I heard that statistic, it was very, very shocking, and it was alarming for me. And then you only had 30% of those CEOs that saw very little value within the profession. So what that told me was that we have a lot of work to do, and initially it was a shell shock, but I left very encouraged because I do recognize that we still have a lot of work to do within the profession. And many of us that were in that room, and even HR professionals around the world, we are committed to the cause because this is our career, not just a profession, but this is our career, and this is what we love doing. So we are willing to take the challenge on. We are willing to to face our the various CEOs and the various stakeholders within our organization and really try to determine what is it that we need to do as HR professionals to really move the needle, to become strategic leaders, to become agents of change within our respective industries. So for me, that that is what I see, and I can tell you that the profession has changed significantly. When I think about pre and post COVID, and even the evolution of HR, the profession is one where it has transformed significantly, and we as HR professionals, we have to move the needle. We're no longer administrators, so to speak. Paper pushers. We're no longer pushing the paper, but we are actually in the rooms with the CEOs trying to bring about business change. And it's really up to us as HR professionals to demonstrate our value within our organization.
Absolutely. Now, Denise, you mentioned the feeling of having those words spoken to you and landing in your chest.
Yes.
Right? That 10%, that 60%, that 30%. But you also referenced just now that HR professionals today are being called to be agents of change.
Absolutely.
They're supposed to be the cause for change in your organizations. When you look at that split that I referenced at the beginning of the show, where, you know, issues regarding employee relations are now going to legal, and IT is getting the onboarding component, and L&D is being outsourced. How is HR as an industry, but also HR professionals looking to bring that back home and understand when there is a need to outsource and when there is a need to really understand what's going on in the industry and in the organization for us to really serve it better?
When Johnny made that comment, the way I took it was HR is a profession that is transforming, right? Some of the things that we once did, the reality is it probably needs to be outsourced, right? When you think about talent, when you think about maybe payroll or even benefits. If it is that, you know, some companies, they make the decision to outsource the various tasks within the profession, that's a decision that they would have made. What that told me was, okay, how do I, as an HR professional, rebrand myself? How do I make changes in the things that I do so that I can bring or I can add greater value to my organization? It's absolutely fine if a company decides that, okay, you know, from a legal perspective, you know, I want to outsource, you know, this particular area. But at the end of the day, from an HR perspective, how am I rebranding and how am I creating greater value within my organization? That frees me up and it allows me to, you know, ensure that I'm creating and I'm building out the people within my organization, because we talk about AI, right? We talk about so many different changes, you know, that's happening within our world, and the world of work is changing.
Absolutely.
And at the end of the day, yes, we have AI, and yes, we have so many different changes, but there are certain things that cannot be changed. The people element, and that is, in my opinion, that is where HR comes in. That is where we step in as HR professionals. How do we develop the people? How do we ensure that our people within our organizations, they are bringing their true selves and they are being creative within the organization? How do we develop leaders within the organization? And those are the things that HR professionals, to me, should be doing and should be thinking about in reshaping the profession so that we can become strategic partners with the business, as opposed to, you know, fighting against, you know, fighting against our leaders, or even thinking or even trying to hoard the tasks that, you know, we feel needs to be.
Come on, that's a good point you raised, Denise. Some leaders, whether in HR or otherwise, are afraid to embrace technology and advancements in technology because they want to be the one that gets to write the check every week. They want to be the only one that can open the drawer and find the crackers for the giveaway. If you are going to rebrand yourself, it also means retooling yourself, helping yourself to understand where is there a gap in my organization or in my industry, and where am I positioning myself to fill that gap. Now, those changes you referenced that Johnny talked about on the stage, and we're feeling them globally but also locally. What do you think is happening for the local workforce in the Bahamas? What do these changes mean for the local workforce here in the country?
In terms of the changes, I do believe that the changes, it's one and the same. What is happening internationally is what we need to be focused on from a local perspective. In that we as HR professionals and we as business leaders, not only HR professionals, let me reel it in. We as business leaders, because if you are working with people, it impacts you.
Absolutely.
So I do not just want to single it out to HR professionals. Business leaders, strategic leaders, operational supervisors, as well as managers. Those are the things that we ought to be thinking about. What is it that we can do as strategic partners within an organization to ensure that we are creating effective leaders within the business? Those are the things that we have to focus on. Those are the things that we have to hone in on, so that we can ensure that, you know, our organizations thrive.
What do you think, Denise, is the real state of the talent landscape in our country? We have often, as HR professionals in our own environments, our own organizations, have to outsource talent from outside of our country, right? Are we in a position as a nation, do you think, as we celebrate 53 years in a couple of days, are we in a position to attract Bahamian talent back home, one? Are we in a position to keep Bahamian talent in the soil? And then three, are we doing the work required to really develop Bahamian talent to compete on a global stage? What are your thoughts on that?
I do believe we are. There is this notion called brain drain, right? And you know that is real, you know, because we see it we see it often, and especially in the field that I'm in within financial services, where you know we're training the talent, and at the end of the day, you know they are going elsewhere, and sometimes they stay within the Bahamas, and sometimes they relocate, right? Our reality is what we as strategic leaders and individuals, what is important and what we need to focus on is how do we retain those individuals? Do we have the capability, do we have the ability to keep them? I do believe so, but we need to be creative. Oftentimes, our employees, they do not leave organizations. They leave managers, right? They leave companies that they feel that they don't trust. So what are we doing to ensure that we are creating the right environment for our employees? Are we ensuring that we have the proper training, the proper growth opportunities available for our employees? Are we ensuring that we are creating the right pipeline? We often talk about succession planning. Are they aware that, okay, 5 years from now, this is my career, you know, trajectory. Are we doing that as leaders to ensure that these persons are well aware and they are equipped to take on leadership roles, you know, within the next 5, within the next 10, or even within the next 15 years? Do we have the ability to do it? Of course we do. Are we willing to do it? I do believe that we do, because we have, the Bahamas, we have so many creative leaders, so many creative employees. They're educated because they're educating themselves, they're upskilling themselves, they're reskilling themselves. We do have the ability to do it, and we need to ensure, not just HR professionals. I'm not speaking to just HR professionals. I'm speaking to business leaders, and I'm speaking to executives. I'm speaking to everyone that really touches employees within our country. We have to do what we need to do to ensure that we keep the talent within our country, because we have lots of work to do.
Absolutely, lots of work. Now, Denise, that startling statistic that Johnny shared and that which we've been discussing so far tonight, do you believe, this is a hard question for you now, Denise, because this is our industry, and we fight for this industry, but do you believe in some ways HR brought this on itself?
Absolutely.
Talk about that for a minute.
Absolutely, because oftentimes I think we undersell ourselves and the value in which we bring to our organization. One of the things that you had mentioned was what Oprah said.
Yes.
Oprah indicated that we are, remind me of it.
She mentioned that we are the ones that are supposed to manufacture, essentially, like produce this human potential.
Human potential. Absolutely. Oprah mentioned that. And I don't think many HR professionals realize that, because we are the ones who ought to be nurturing. We are the ones who ought to be leading the cause and ensuring that our organizations are creating the right landscape, the right training opportunities for our employees. So, in my opinion, you know, sometimes I guess oftentimes I should say, you know, we became, I guess, administrative experts in that, okay, we became masters of pushing papers, as opposed to making sure that our voices are heard, as opposed to ensuring that, you know, when there is a meeting or whatever have you that impacts our employees, we are in the room, because we are the ones that's really touching the people. We are the ones that's really, we should be the ones, I should say, that ensures that anything that is impacting our people, we have a say. Not just the CEO, not just the CFO, but it is the HR professionals. And I can tell you, right back to one of your early comments, I've seen the shift, and that's a positive shift. That's a shift in the right direction. And many of our business leaders, they recognize the importance of HR being in the room, because at the end of the day, we are, as Oprah would have mentioned, we are masters of human potential. I don't know if that's exactly what she said.
That's the spirit of it.
Exactly, that's the spirit of it. So we are the ones that need to ensure that anything that impacts our people, we are at the forefront.
Absolutely. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you can see that this conversation that is going to be incredibly impactful to you. I encourage you to stay close, because we're going to get deeper into this question tonight. Will the real HR please stand up? We ain't touching the surface. We ain't coochie cootiness. We're going to have a real dialogue about where it is that HR needs to present and stand up. When we come back, we're going to go in further in this dialogue tonight, so please stay close. Your breakthrough continues right after this break.
Did you know that if a fire starts in your home, you may have as little as 2 minutes to escape? Keep your family and home safe with these few fire safety preparation and prevention tips. Ensure that your home has working smoke detectors. They will alert you if there is smoke and fire in your home. Install a smoke detector on every level of your home, inside each bedroom and outside each sleeping area. Test smoke detectors every month and change the batteries every 6 months. Home fires can spread rapidly, and every second counts. Create an escape plan and practice it with everyone in your home. Make sure everyone can safely escape in less than 2 minutes. Keep escape routes as clutter-free as possible, so no one trips or falls on the way out to an emergency. In addition to smoke detectors, fire extinguishers is an important device to have on hand. To use a fire extinguisher, remember the acronym PASS. Pull the pin, aim the nozzle, squeeze the handle, and sweep from side to side at the base of the fire. We must all do our parts to ensure that our families and homes are safe in the event a fire occurs. On behalf of the Commissioner of Police, the Director of Fire Services, and all officers of the fire department, let's work together to help prevent fires, because fire safety is everyone's responsibility, and the life you save may be your own.
Let's go! At Frame Studio, as soon as you enter the door, we showcase any individual that comes in there and make it feel like they are at home. The space itself is 1,800 square foot. Our psych wall, which is industry standard also, is 24 feet wide. You can do anything that you can possibly think of. At Frame Studio, under our theme, Now Create More, we look at Frame Studio as a canvas. And any artist knows a canvas is blank, and then you create whatever you want to do, right? So we have where you could rent tools. We even have workstations that people could rent out to anyone inspiring to do what I've done, or what my colleagues have done, or any other journey. I would say to you, don't be afraid. The worst someone can actually tell you is no. So if you have a vision, you have an idea, not everyone will get it. But if you believe in your vision, you believe in your idea, I say go wholeheartedly at it.
For more information about the Creative Entrepreneurs Initiative and the Crafting the Bahamas workshops, email info@sbdcbahamas.com or call us at 461-7232.
If you're just joining us, you picked the perfect moment, because we just laid out the threat hanging over the entire HR profession. And now we get to the heart of the matter. I'm running it down tonight with Denise Knowles, who is a human capital leader at PwC Bahamas and the president of SHRM Bahamas. And we are about to talk about what it really means to be called Masters of Human Potential. Let's run it down, shall we, Denise? So,
absolutely.
We heard the warning, but that same week that Johnny stood on that stage and he said all these things about the 30%, the 10%, the 60%. But Oprah also said and challenged that we are all masters of human potential, right? She didn't stop there. She said that you're not in the business of spreadsheets. You're in the business of human potential, Denise. In plain terms, for the person watching, what does that actually look like on a regular Tuesday morning in a real-life office, Denise, when your CEO may be pushing you to push that paper, when your CFO may be getting down on you for being so people-y and so feely in the meetings, when that operations leader is telling you they tired of all these no-good employees? How do they actually become the managers of, the stewards of that human capital, Denise?
Absolutely. what are some of the things that I do on a regular basis, right, to develop my people?
Yeah.
And that is what it all entails, developing our people. And that may mean having a conversation with an employee about their career development. That may mean if you notice an employee, you know, they may have been bubbly before, but you know, you recognize some behavioral issues.
Yes.
Having a real discussion with an employee to find out what is actually going on. Developing an employee, or even ensuring that you know, we are masters of human potential. That may also mean coaching someone along the way who is seeking promotion to the next level, right? Developing an individual, that may also mean really coaching that individual along the way, or, you know, being a mentor for that individual, right? Those are the things that really enables HR professionals and even managers to not only manage their people, but really be leaders within the organization. And those are the things that we can do on a daily basis. Really, you know, pushing the paper aside. Because yes, there are so many things to do. There's so many policies that we as HR professionals, we can develop. There are so many, you know, early in my career, one of the things that I was faced with was being called a compliance officer.
Wow. Wow.
And I really had to take a step back because at the end of the day, behind the policies and behind all of those, you know, compliance aspect of the job, there's still a human.
Wow.
And those are the things that I had to really pull back on and really determine, how do I develop my people?
Yes.
How do I ensure that there are growth opportunities within the organization? And it could be another element. It could be, you know, hosting a developmental program for emerging leaders within your organization. Those are the things that we as HR professionals ought to do to develop and to master human potential. Because yes, AI is here, and there are so many things and so many changes within the world of work. But at the end of the day, and Simon Sinek, one of the things,
excuse me,
he was one of the guests, and he, you know, he took the stage and he said it very, very clear. He said that, you know, yes, AI is here, but if I have an employee who was just served a very discouraging news, somebody who was just diagnosed with cancer, that is something that an AI machine cannot do. You need HR to step in. And those are the things that we as HR professionals need to be mindful of, because AI cannot replace the human element. AI cannot replace emotional intelligence, making sure, even self-awareness, AI cannot replace them. It's the HR element. So those are the things that we need to be mindful of when we think about mastering human potential. And that's the thing, those are the things that I hold very near and dear to me, because at the end of the day, there are still, yes, you want the work to get done, and productivity is important.
Absolutely.
It is vitally important within our organizations. But if we have persons within our organization, if they're not performing, if they are unable to perform at 100% for whatever reason, we as HR professionals, we should be able to diagnose that, hey, guess what? Something is going on within our, something isn't right here. So let me have a conversation with my employee to find out exactly what it is that's going on. And something like that demonstrates care. And when someone knows and they recognize that you care as an employee, you could get them to do anything about it.
Anything. Now, I know, Denise, some people right now listening to us, they're saying, Miss, you don't know what I got to go through with this man and this job and and all these things. We're going to talk about something very specific that you can do this weekend and later on in the show. But Denise, at that same conference, and the conference we're referencing, y'all, is the Global SHRM Conference. It happens once every year, and it gathers 20,000 or more HR professionals from around the globe to discuss the challenges that we're facing in HR, but also to discuss the strategies that we can employ to overcome those challenges. And one of the speakers there was Ram Charan. And Ram Charan says that every person is born with a gift. And leadership's job is to find the work where that gift shows up. Honestly, how does anyone right now, Denise, do that? How do I create work for Denise's gift to shine through in a world where AI is changing everything, the demands are as tall as they could ever be, it's dead hot outside, things are knocking up, the light bill dead high. How you want me to find the work that gives your gift the room to shine and to thrive? How am I supposed to do that as the leader in general, Denise?
understanding your people. Once you understand your people and you understand what makes them thrive, you can develop a leader within an individual. If you do not know an individual, you don't know the capabilities that exist within them. So the first thing that you ought to do as a leader is to know your people. Recognize, what are their strengths, what are their weaknesses, because, as leaders, as people, I should say, we all have strengths and we all have weaknesses. One like me, I know what my strength is and I know what my weakness is, and I shy away from my weakness because I don't like it. Not that, I cannot do it. It's just that's something that, I struggle with, and I particularly don't like. But as HR professionals, it is important for us to understand our people. Once we understand our people, making sure that the right avenues and the right things are in place to develop, the weaknesses within our people. And once we do that, then I feel that we would be able to develop, very successful individuals and ensure that the productivity within our organization is optimized.
Now, Denise, somebody's tugging on my spirit on the show tonight, and I feel they let me to ask you, when they read a job description, it never did say nothing about understand your people. It wasn't there, Denise. It wasn't there. It didn't say get to know your staff, understand your people, find out. It ain't talk that. Why is that important if I want to be a leader of any level of impact and positive impact in an organization today? You referenced it just now, but go a little bit deeper for the person who may be challenged and thinking, miss, you too people-y, you too feely, I got time for that. They don't pay me for all of that. What is the detriment in that person living in that mindset versus realizing that there is value in getting to know and building a relationship with those people they get to lead day in and day out?
You have to build relationships. You have to build relationships within your organization. And in building relationships, no, you're not carrying these folks home. We're not asking them, we're not asking you to be chummy and buddy, with these individuals. But at the end of the day, people have to recognize and they have to know that you care. And once people recognize and they know that you genuinely care about them, then you can get them to do anything. I would have said before, oftentimes persons, they leave managers. They do not believe companies. So if you as a manager, if you're managing your people and you are ensuring that you understand your employees, you can get your employees to do anything. And at the end of the day, if you can get your employees to do anything, that's impacting what? The company's bottom line. That's making you shine as a manager. That's demonstrating that, hey, me as an individual, I am doing what I ought to do as a leader to bring out the best in my employees. So I would definitely say building those positive relationships, making sure that you create avenues for your people to thrive, and making sure that, once those avenues are in place, you are developing positive maps for them to thrive within their organization.
Indeed. Now, Denise, as we talked about throughout several times throughout the show so far, AI is here. It's not going anywhere. We have to embrace this. I wish we did. Is this a time in our history, Denise, where AI is a stark competitor to HI, human intelligence? Or is this the perfect time to marry the two? What are your thoughts on that?
Absolutely, you have to marry the two. I remember attending a session, it could have been a conference several years ago, and one of the topics was, and actually one of the comments that was made was, will my job become redundant because of AI?
Come on.
And I thought about that discussion, and even several years later, I'm still thinking about that discussion. But what we need to be mindful of, and we need to embrace artificial intelligence. I'll tell you a story.
Please.
I'll tell you a story. Last week, I was, this is our performance year-end process, and I had a major report to do for my leaders, and I left the room. I think they had to go in meetings, and I left the room, and I think I had an hour to come back to them. And I thought about it. I sat down to my desk, and I'm like, how am I supposed to get this report to them within an hour's time? And somebody introduced me to Claude.
Come on.
Ahmad.
Come on.
Listen, from then to now, that's Claude has become my best friend.
Denise.
And guess what? I embrace that because
100%.
Guess what? That created great efficiency. I was not threatened by it because I am who I am, and as an individual, they still, as an individual, I know my worth and I know my value. But at the end of the day, the efficiency went to the roof. And because efficiency went to the roof, I demonstrated that, guess what, I'm a value add to you because I've married the two.
Yes.
The human aspect as well as AI.
Indeed.
So I would definitely encourage persons to ensure that you grab hold of AI because it is a benefit to you. It allows you to become more efficient.
Absolutely.
In whatever area that you're that you're in. So I would definitely encourage you to marry the two. What I would also say is make sure that you're upskilling yourself, right? Upskilling yourself, not thinking about AI as a threat. Because it's not a threat. It is here to help us to become greater in terms of our efficiency level. So once we recognize that, it would definitely be an opportunity for you to become more productive in whatever it is that you do, and then you have an opportunity to focus your energies elsewhere
on the things that actually matter.
The things that actually matter.
Indeed.
Yes.
Could you imagine spending that hour or more, missing the deadline, showing up in that room flustered and unable to think clearly, all sweaty, all the things, and still unprepared for that return back to that room?
Absolutely.
Versus utilizing a platform that is able to do this work in 50 million times faster than you.
And accurate.
Right? And even where there is inaccuracy, you know what the data is supposed to say.
Absolutely.
So you still got to take that data up, go to that room, and present it as Denise, not as Claude, right? And I think this whole thing about fear of AI and all of these platforms, people only fear, but they misunderstand. And you have the right to misunderstand something today. But if you choose to be misunderstanding of that same thing tomorrow, that's an active choice. And your job will not be replaced by AI, but people who are masters of AI and masters of human intelligence are going to replace you. And that's a big difference. Denise is telling us today, as a senior executive in human resources for one of the most, I guess, global companies you could think of. She's actively engaging the people side of her with the intelligence side of her, the AI intelligence side of her, and merging the two, bringing forth results that are valued-driven, that are people-focused, and that are still going to meet the needs of a demanding executive team, because they everywhere you go. AI or not, they still around. So why not be prepared to meet them where they are and in fact show them, hold on, I got something for you.
I got something for you.
Did you recognize that we now have
all kind of statistics,
all kind
of statistics I was able to provide.
Where did these get this from? And now you're adding so much more intrinsic value that they could not see beyond your ability to just show up and be people-y, right? Now, Denise, as we round this conversation off with the AI and the HI, right? If it is that our job is to manage, to steward, to be masters of that human potential, right? Why is the world so bad at seeing that in us? When we demonstrate that people side of the business, we're thought to be too people-y, too emotional, too all the feelings versus business-minded. Why is it so hard to get HR to be seen as strategic people partners in business?
I do believe that we are the cause of that because we have not in the past really demonstrated that, okay, this is the value that we can bring to our organization, right? And I think once we get past that, we are able, and we demonstrate and we ensure that our leaders are aware, okay, that this is the value that we can bring to the organization. We can be productive. I think it's at that point, it's at that juncture that we would be able to step away from, I guess, the myth of not being valued. And then our leaders would be able to see the value in us. So we're the cause of it. I can tell you a part cause of it. But now that we recognize that, okay, you know, we need to ensure that we are demonstrating our value, now is the time for us to actually do that.
Got it. If you could describe your journey in HR so far, Denise, in one word, what one word would you use?
Transformation.
Transformational. For you or for the industry itself? How would you break it down?
For the industry, very transformational because, like I said, as I started out in my career, it was, you know, a lot of administrative tasks. And I've seen, you know, that dynamic change significantly in terms of, you know, what the business is expecting from me. The reality is, because of where I sit, they expect high productivity. So they expect us to embrace AI, right? They expect us to use the tools that they've provided.
Come on.
I would definitely encourage HR professionals and business leaders to use the tools that's afforded to you so that you can focus on other things within the profession. So like I said, transformative. In a very, very positive way.
Right there. The transformation is going to continue, ladies and gentlemen. This conversation, as you can see, is so good. We've named the threat, we've named the truth, and when we come back, we're going to get practical. How do you actually stand up in an environment where you're not been encouraged to stand up? Take back its seat and become impossible to replace. And what does all of that mean for us here in the Bahamas specifically? So stay with us. There's more breakthrough after this break. Stay close.
So how's your preparation going? By now, you should be completing home repairs since the last storm, updating and replenishing your emergency kit, and paying closer attention to the ZNS networks for earlier than normal developments in the tropics and general storm tracking. Hurricanes don't wait. Why should you? This season, be weather smart, weather safe.
Behind every strong economy is a bold entrepreneur, and we're here to support them, island by island. On Eleuthera, we've helped 122 entrepreneurs turn their dreams into thriving businesses. Through over $3 million in approved funding, the SPDC is strengthening Eleuthera's economy by investing in its leading sectors: tourism, food and beverage, and agriculture. No matter the island, every business we support strengthens the economy, starting with yours. SPDC, Bahamas.
I don't know, but there's all kind of cars in the parking lot. You ain't even know where to park. Yeah, just don't park in the... Look at this way. Like, you ain't get nowhere to go. Don't park him. Just don't park in the handicap spot. Yeah, that's handicap. No, man, you can't park in the handicap spot. I ain't gonna be that long. I ain't gonna be that long. Handicap spot here. Boy, what's going on, dog? Well, I tell you we shouldn't park here now. This way parking, man. I tell you we shouldn't park here. Don't get one of these things. My bad, big bro. And he got a sticker inside to say, this mud, though. We gotta move. This is a handicap spot. That's what we gotta move. But we gotta move. Don't... We can move right now. Sorry.
Be considerate. Don't use disabled parking spaces without a decal in your vehicle. This message is brought to you by the National Commission for Persons with Disabilities.
Everyone, if you're just joining us, you dead late. Remember, you've been all evening. You've been having a good conversation, but you're not too late because here's where the rubber meets the road. Denise Knowles and I are still here, and we're running it down, answering the question the show is built on tonight. Will the real HR please stand up? So, Denise, let's get very practical for a moment. We've been talking about all the things that are in our way, all the things that HR should be doing on a day-to-day basis to develop talent, to strengthen talent, so on and so forth. But there are some people, Denise, who are fighting battles that feel unwinnable. They are living in boardrooms where their leaders don't see them as valuable. They are on floors where staff don't respect them in some cases. They have been conditioned to believe that their power is in the policy, not in the potential building of their people. How do you actually stand up in an environment where you're not being encouraged to stand up, Denise? How does the person who's doing HR right now, whether they work at a big-time firm like yours or they work for a small-time company where they're the HR department of one, what do they actually do tomorrow morning when they get to work?
That's an interesting question. I do believe that as employees and even HR professionals, it is important to ensure that persons realize your value. Making sure that you upskill yourself, because you may be in a position where that may not be the right fit for you. That's just the reality. Making sure that you're upskilling yourself, right? I think that is very important. So ensuring that you are creating the right opportunity for yourself. So becoming a lot more maybe curious within your organization, upskilling yourself, making sure that, you know, you are demonstrating that you have the potential to perform within that role. And, you know, sometimes it is discouraging. It is discouraging on the job. But finding that fortitude within yourself to upskill yourself, being, you know, very creative on the job, ensuring that you develop the tools that you need to suit that job, or even to suit another job if the role that you're currently in is not the right job for you. If the company that you're not a part of does not fit and does not align with your goals and your values. So really thinking about it, having that honest, I guess that honest discussion with you. I don't know if discussion is the right word, but really having that honest come to Jesus moment with yourself to determine, okay, what is it that I need to do, you know, to ensure that I'm, you know, being my true self and bringing my authentic self to the organization. So really as an individual, upskilling yourself. That would be the start.
I'm going to say, Denise, to really take personal responsibility for where you are and where you believe you want to go, right? While you should be working for an organization rather that sees your value, wants to add to that value, you still have responsibility for who you are, where you are, and where you plan to be as time goes on. That's what I'm hearing you say.
Absolutely.
Indeed.
Yes.
Now, let's bring it home for a moment, Denise. You are the president of Sherm Bahamas. What is the specific opportunity and the specific risk for HR professionals right here in the Bahamas at this exact moment? What are we looking forward to most, and what are we challenged by most right now in the Bahamas as HR professionals and leaders in our country?
As HR professionals, some of the challenges that we faced is just making sure that we are valuable assets within the organization. What are some of the things that we ought to be doing as HR professionals? Making sure that we create leaders, making sure that we demonstrate that we have the emotional intelligence to function the way that we ought to function within the organization. Developing a strong talent pool, making sure that, you know, from a retention perspective, what are the I guess the initiatives that we're implementing to ensure that they are, you know, that we retain top talent and good talent within our organization, developing the people within our organization. Those are the things that we as HR professionals need to be doing. In terms of the risk, those are things that we risk because at the end of the day, the things that we know that we ought to be doing, does the company leaders, are they aligned, and do they see our vision?
Come on.
That's very important. They may not see our vision, and they may not recognize that, hey, guess what, those are the things that we ought to be doing as HR professional. So really having a conversation with our leaders, making sure that their values or the company's values marry with our value. And once we recognize that, then we can thrive as HR professionals. And if it's not aligned, then that's obviously a different, you know, a different conversation. In terms of the strengths, the good thing about it is, as I would have mentioned earlier, a lot of our companies within our country, they recognize the value that we bring. So we are more in the boardrooms. We are, you know, having the discussions with our leaders to ensure that, okay, you know, whatever decisions impact the business and impact our people, we have a say. So that is absolutely very important. And I am seeing that a lot, which is obviously a step in the right direction for us. So those are the things that's very, very positive, and those are our strengths. So really ensuring that we are, I guess, pushing our leaders to recognize our value, because oftentimes, as I would have mentioned, sometimes we ourselves were the ones that was really diminishing our value.
Come on.
And now we need to recognize, and we need to ensure that our leaders recognize our value, and we need to demonstrate it on a day-to-day basis.
Yes. Now, Denise, for the person watching right now who is fired up, excited to go to work in the morning, but they still have no idea where they should be starting, what is the one move they should make this week, tomorrow morning, that could really start to be, that they can become the talent that the world and their organization cannot ignore? What do you think is the one thing they should be doing as of tomorrow morning to be recognized as the value you're talking about?
I think, that's a very good question.
Thank you.
A very, very good question. And it ties right back to what I said in terms of, I think that they should revolutionize themselves. And in revolutionizing themselves, I think that they need to recognize that, hey, guess what? You know, this may be something that I'm challenged with, but what can I do better as an individual?
Yes.
And in doing better, what are some of the things that I can do differently within my organization, you know, to ensure that I create the value and I'm seen as a trusted leader and a trusted advisor. Yes. So in my opinion, revolutionizing yourself, and as I said, you know, before, making sure that you upskill yourself. Always, I would, you know, I always encourage persons to be a lifelong learner. So whatever it is that you're doing, be a lifelong learner. Try to learn a new skill each and every day. And those skills, nobody can take that away from you.
Absolutely. Once you learn that, you got that.
You got that.
Indeed.
Nobody can take that away from you. So really revolutionizing the way in which you think, your thought process, your thought patterns, and once you do that, you will become unstoppable as an individual.
Got it. So Denise, I believe that there's something coming up this weekend that needs to get some spotlight right now.
Absolutely.
Your Sherm Bahamas chapter is putting on an incredible event on Saturday, July 5th. Please tell our audience a bit more about that event and what they can expect to learn or experience at that event, and why it's timely for it happening right now.
So Sherm Bahamas, earlier this year, we would have adopted the theme Synergy 2026. And that theme was birthed during our leadership strategy session, where, you know, we talked about all of the things that we want to do. We talked about, and we had a vision board. And one of the things that we really focused on was, how can we work with entities? How can we work with organizations? Because yes, you know, Sherm Bahamas, we have a platform, we have a voice in our community, but in terms of bringing about change, sometimes we need to collaborate. Sometimes there has to be synergy, you know, within you know, two separate entities. So this weekend we have decided to partner with Blue Chip Consultancy Limited, and we are hosting an employment law workshop on wrongful and unfair dismissal.
Wow.
And I can tell you, we have a dynamic lineup of, we have a legal advocate, we have a legal attorney, as well as a justice within the Supreme Court. And they are coming, to share, you know, some best practices. They're coming to share case studies with the audience. And I can tell you that, you know, I looked at the registration numbers before I came on this show, and the numbers are growing.
Excellent.
Because persons are very, very interested in it. It's a topic that impacts us all. Because, you know, oftentimes companies and HR professionals, we do not want to do bad. We do not want to do wrong. Yes. But sometimes we find ourselves on the wrong side in hot water. So we have, we've created a lineup of professionals, and they're coming to speak to our communities or persons that would have registered on unfair and wrongful dismissal. So that's what we have, you know, going on this weekend, and I would encourage persons to take advantage of it. The registration is still open, about to close, because, you know, we are reaching our max, but I would definitely encourage persons to register, because that promises to be one that is very insightful.
Indeed.
And very informative.
Ladies and gentlemen, Denise, thank you so much for being with me tonight. I believe we're going to have you to come back with your panelists. Maybe they even talk about more of that unfair dismissal conversation, because as you can tell, HR is a multifaceted industry. And as we discussed tonight, will the real HR please stand up? Here's where I land. I think CEOs who think they could live without HR, and the icon who call us the masters of human potential, they are both telling the truth. And that is the whole point of tonight's show, because the HR that's being dismantled, the paperwork, the department, the police policy, all of these people are the ones that have to hold this together no matter what. The world really can automate all of it. It really can hand that to finance and IT and legal and all of that stuff. But if we don't stand up, we don't demonstrate our value and show who we are to the professionals in the world, we will be left behind. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, Denise. It's been a pleasure having this conversation with you. I look forward to having you back. I encourage you to stay tuned to the ZNS Network, where we will have our 11 o'clock newscast tonight with the last thing and all things news. Please stay close to the ZNS Network. It's a pleasure having you all join us tonight. This is the Rundown on Leadership, everybody. I'm Amadou Shah Thompson. I'll see you next week, should the Lord delay his calling. Take care, everyone.
at Rusty Bethel Drive. I'm Paisol Forbes. This is ZNS.